Hey, this is Nola Ade, and you are now rocking with Il McCool right here.
Yo, what up, world? It's your man 504 Detroit. You already know every Tuesday and every Thursday I'm tuned in to the hottest radio station across the land, Quarantine Radio. They push it down and they play all the hottest new music. Let's get it.
It's your boy Gabe, and I want to give a big shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank you for supporting my new single, Down Low.
I want to hear that new soul-free wisdom on Quarantine Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the Kid Swift, a baby. Young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie. Straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rocking out here, baby. Let's get it.
I tried being humble. Tried being humble, humble get no respect.
Alright. It's your boy Adel once again with another edition of Quarantine Radio. Just to give you a rundown of everything that's going on with Quarantine Radio. As I've been telling people before, starting the spring season, we are going to try to start a women's flag football team. If you could email me at info@quarantineenterprise.com if you have any questions about joining the team or anything. It's a fun little way to actually exercise, get in shape. Don't have to really think about stressing about going to the gym and everything. Or if you just played flag football before and you're just trying to get on a team, you can contact me about that. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can actually see me filming the Lady Rangers. They are actually doing their fall. They're doing the fall season right now, so I've been filming them. They actually have a game this Sunday. If you come out to the Garner Thompson Road Park, you can actually see exactly how the competition is with all the teams and everything. So that's one thing that's going on. We actually I just built the co-hosts' fan pages and everything. Brian right here, King Cancer, he's been getting a couple likes. Like I said before, probably like the first episode of the relaunch, we might have like a little contest to see, even though like I already got my fan pages up and everything, we might see who can get the most likes and everything. So whoever your favorite host is, make sure you go like their page. Like I said, search King Cancer for Brian, Ordinary Angie for Angela, and Joy D's for Joy. Angela couldn't make it today. She's kind of underneath the weather, but I believe she is actually going to call in and everything. But we have a good a guest tonight. We're going to come in and let her introduce herself. We'll let her introduce herself and everything when we come back. Our first track that I'm about to play is on Remo Soul with Finally Free. This is Remo Soul with Finally Free. Alright?
I just wanna be free. Nothing stopping me, on top of me. I just wanna be free. Oh, yeah. 'Cause caught up in the streets, no, it's not for me. I just wanna be free. 'Cause I just wanna be free.
It's not easy waking up to the sunshine when the grips of the past got you left behind. You stand still while your mind saying hit rewind. Distant memories lingering, losing time. If I had to do it over, would I choose the same? Without mistakes, then I never really learned from pain. It's not a sport, so I never meant to play the game. They say that hurt is well worth it once you get the gain. And just to say the least, I'm not the perfect man, but I'm sticking with the Father, so I know I can. Fell on my journey, but you know I gotta take a stand. Before it's over, I'm determined to fulfill a plan. Never claimed that I had it all together, man, but since the sun set me free, I'm a better fan. I just wanna hear the words saying well done. Hope I'm on the right track, 'cause I'm on the run.
I just wanna be
finally free from the plans of the enemy.
On top of me, I just wanna be
finally free from the thoughts of the enemy.
No, it's not for me. I just wanna
finally reaching for my destiny.
'Cause I just wanna be free. These poems don't end, just spitting flows with my friends. The streets of gold out my pen while moments blow in the wind. Cause I was ball here to win. When I was falling within, I heard a voice tell me, don't worry, you'll be balling again. So for them years that I missed it, this how the system was twisted. You hear what hustlers' ambition, it ain't gon' stop till I glisten. Cause I was sick of just wishing, but my reality stuck. I had to get up off my butt and now that's finally us. Ain't sweating cuss or no bars or that cup all on my car. Because my thoughts are far beyond to take my place with the stars. Not even think about racing, just gotta get down for mine. And hope the people embrace it inside this race against time. So pardon it from school facing, but going hard is a must. I got my fists balled up cause so much targeting us. I'm flying high above the land, I only boxes with my hand. If we end up on top, it was just part of his plan. I'm saying, I just wanna be, I just wanna be, I just wanna be
finally free from the plans of the enemy.
On top of me, I just wanna be
finally free from the thoughts of the enemy.
No, it's not for me, I just wanna be
finally reaching for my destiny.
Cause I just wanna be, I just wanna be, I just wanna be free. I just wanna be, I just wanna be, I just wanna
finally free from the plans of the enemy.
I just wanna be, I just wanna
finally free from the thoughts of the enemy.
I just wanna be, I just wanna
finally reaching for my destiny.
I just wanna be, I just wanna be,
I just wanna be free.
Yes.
And I did it again. It's for the city.
We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready. Woo! And we ready. Yeah. Hands up. South side, north side, east side. Once you said that west side. South side, north side, east side. Once you said that west side. Know where you from? Know where he at? Born in the cat, home of the canes, home of the hills, home of the pack, rat-tat-tat. Slide through the cut, my nigga was good, they think cause I'm proper. That Madison J, ain't come from the hood, I stroll through the R. I holla at Petey, holla at Two, holla at Kizzy. I know she gon' probably be mixed with the crew. Holla at Shice, holla at Black, holla at News, holla at Mez, holla at Rome, nigga we own, yeah. Holla at Ola, holla at Mills, who's chasing that check, ain't for the neck. Applying the pressures, I only do best. I'm rocking with Pooh, I holla at Ruger, I'm raising the bar. Got love for the city, hey, this be the R, this who we are, yes. I've been waiting for my day to come, so now I feel it's my time to shine. I've been waiting for my day to come, so now I feel it's my time to shine, yeah. We ready, yeah, we ready, yeah, we ready. For what you said that we want, yeah, we ready, yeah, we ready, yeah, we ready. For what you said that we want, yeah. Feel like the throne, feel like I'm home. Into my zone, I usher him in. But we ain't got time for lovers and friends, immaculate pen. If they pull it out, I might detonate. Rap crowds, I separate. Gotta stay around from these fucking fakes. Legendary, and this is just the debut. Labels try to enslave you. I'm so in tune with the matrix. Took it back to the basics. Mingled with all the races. Take my name, elevated. This week is called elevation. Okay, everything's cool. Just watch how you move. When we enter the groove, whatever you choose. You shoot for the stars, then you aiming to lose. Hey, I done waited 20-something odd years for this, counting for life. That explains why I kill for this, yes. I've been waiting for my day to come, so now I feel it's my time to shine. I've been waiting for my day to come, so now I feel it's my time to shine, yeah. We ready, yeah, we ready, yeah, we ready. For what you said that we want, yeah, we ready, yeah, we ready, yeah, we ready. For what you said that we want, yeah. It's time to come up and show to our world why I'm next for the crown. Gave her the tapes. I just been working, the master the sound, master the craft. You would've thought I was plotting with Masons, growing impatient. Think of the minutes and seconds I wasted. The practice is ancient. Started my day with awakening bacon. Hey, here go the flow. Hey, give me your ears and even exchange. Oh Lord, I hope I don't fall from this game. I'm trying to make my way. Salute to my fam. I am what I am. You encourage the man, I hatching a plan. We letting a fool, got glue on hands. They ain't get it, I push the limit. sicker with it. Pictures I orchestrated, illustrated. Hope you get it. Yes. I've been waiting for my day to come, so now I feel it's my time to shine. I've been waiting for my day to come, so now I feel it's my time to shine. Yeah, we ready. Yeah, we ready. Yeah, we ready for what you said that we want. Yeah, we ready. Yeah, we ready. Yeah, we ready for what you said that we want. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. 919 always on my. Yes, this for the ones said that we want. Yeah. Wow. So 919.
In Middletown?
Yeah.
Watch it. Hey, we got another.
We're back. As I stated before, first track was Remo Soul with Finally Free. Second track was Madison J with My Day to Come. As I stated before, we have a lovely guest today. I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Beyonce. Can we hear me? No, I'm Laquana. I'm an actress, a writer now because I've written my own short film. Decided to do that. Originally from Brooklyn, but now reside in North Carolina. But I travel back and forth for the most part. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn, lived in Queens, and yeah, I'm here. What's up? What's going on?
Okay. Angela was just trying to call in. I'm not sure.
Call in.
What's going on with the actual.
Y'all can call in too
Skype.
at some point, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anybody that wants to call in, it's 919-741-5111. Hoping that that is actually working because she said that she tried to call and it didn't work. I'm just trying to see if something.
Y'all better pay that phone bill. Okay, messing with y'all.
You know, I'm gonna leave that on the DJ.
I knew
put that on the DJ.
I knew it was him.
But just to go over everything, which I know that you're an actress and everything. Like, when did you actually know that that was your passion? You wanted to pursue it.
I always wanted to act. Since I was young, I was always performing in some way, shape, or form, and always the person center of attention and like, hey, look at me, I can do this, and check out my robot, or like whatever, right? But it wasn't until I would say 2 years ago that I took it on full throttle, transitioning from one job into just saying, you know what, let's go for it, let's try it. Started doing background work, doing some background acting on Law and Order, Orange is the New Black. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, that's a Netflix series, just a whole bunch of different background projects, and then stepping into film, and then doing web series, like Whole World web series, Southern Belle series, which was filmed down here as well too, then doing short films with my videographer, director, Hello, My Name is Joe, that you have to check out on YouTube, and then now doing my own short film, and also being in a lot of theater, which is a lot of what I've done in New York, and then now doing down here as well is lots of theater. So, yeah, it's life. It feels good. Yeah.
Okay. So, how did you get involved as far as going about getting those parts with like Orange is the New Black and stuff like that?
I had really good friends who knew that I wanted to do this. So, whenever anyone sees any kind of acting casting, they would tag me. And it's all about really just taking yourself and say, if this is what I want to do, I have to be a part of everything. So every time someone would tag me and say, hey, you should check this site out, that's what happened. I would go and check it out and audition for it. And, you know, like I said, I start with background, which is a lot of people like downplay background acting because you're not talking 9 times out of 10. But the experiences you get while being on set, you should, you know, be able to come up with something, being on set with the PAs and actual directors and learning something from it. So that's what happened. Like you sit down there for hours on set, probably 10 to 12 hour days, and getting useful information if you choose to, you know, create it that way. And then kept auditioning. I was on Backstage, Actors Access, like all different types of acting websites, just trying out and auditioning and clicking this, like I can do that. Reading these roles, like I can be this person, I can do that, and just keep going, and then you get the auditions, and they're like, we love you, and then boom, your resume starts to build. And just like any job, you know what I mean? Like it's just like any job. You just like keep applying and going for it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually the type of person, like both me and my sister. My sister went to school for video production and everything. Watching movies with us is kind of like straight. Cause like I actually pay attention to the
Isn't it the
background
worst
people.
now? Like you're like you look at it differently from a different perspective.
Yeah, I'll always look at that person like this person's big.
This is their moment. Yeah.
They're breaking everything.
Yeah.
So I pay attention. I also pay attention to product placements and everything like that. I was like, Dad, that's a great product placement right there. Like most people don't actually look at that and stuff like that, but like I do. Like I'll hit my sister. Like my sister will look at a movie and like I don't like the lighting on that.
Oh my god! I'm telling you, it's hard to watch stuff in the industry. Like once you're a part of it, the same way as if music artists, if they hear a song, it's like that's trash.
Yeah.
But someone else will hear it and be like, I love it, and they're like, nah, because it wasn't mastered right or this, that, and the third. But when you're in it, you see everything. Like I've taken acting classes too, at the Barrow Group in the city, and they created actors like Anne Hathaway and so on. So it's like, you look at it different. Like you see what everyone's doing. You're like, I wouldn't have done that. Like just even noticing little things as people chewing gum. Like it's something someone else may not care about, may not notice. But as an actor, you're like, that was stupid, a stupid choice to make, or just anything because we see it different. We have different pair of lenses, I would say, as in the industry. So yeah.
I want to take it back.
Yes.
We heard you say you're from Brooklyn.
Originally born and raised.
And growing up in Brooklyn, you said that when you were a child, you always knew that you wanted to do something. You were always the center of attention. Was that ever an issue for you growing up, wanting to have all that spotlight on you and being the center of attention?
No. I think it's my personality, and it should have happened. I believe personally I should have acted on it sooner is what the reality is. A part of why I am where I am is because of the vibrant energy that I have, right? Yeah. And working in corporate for as many years as I did, you tend to be a certain way because of where you are. Sometimes you shift who you are. We know, code switching, right? When certain people walk into the office, you're like, hi, how are you, sir? Yes, everything is great, fantastic. I was always practicing acting at work, right? So someone would call and I'm handling billing questions and stuff. I'm like, I'm sorry, Time Warner, what's going on? Or I'm like, hello, love, pip, pip, everything okay? Like, constantly playing around with these things in the environment. And I'm like, wait, I don't belong here. Like, I should be doing something with this. I should be doing voiceover work. I should be stepping into myself full throttle if I have this much energy. It shouldn't be confined into a cubicle or an office. Yeah. So it should have happened a long time ago. I was never afraid to step out to do anything. Like I was the kid in the community center dancing, but in the front. You know what I mean? Always, hey, let's do this. I'll learn it, and I'll learn it in 2.5 seconds and have fun with it. And then everybody else will want to do it, and then everybody else will join in because I choose to make that my energy. Is that Skype? Sorry.
Yeah, my bad. I had it on Do Not Disturb. So
it never works.
So that's the reason why she wasn't able to call in.
Got it.
But Angie's on the line now.
Hey, Angie.
Before we get back to our questions, Angela, did you have any questions for her?
You there? Uh-oh. They were losing. They were losing just as quick as we got
There's nothing like technology to disappoint, guys.
Technology.
Oh, she's calling us back. We're gonna start partying here to the Skype ringtone.
You gotta really rock to the Skype ringtone.
Angela, are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
How y'all doing?
All right.
What's going on, girl?
Yep, we lost that.
She needs to get on her Wi-Fi. That's all I'm saying.
While we waiting,
only during my interview this happens.
Angela?
Hey, that's what makes it memorable.
Millie Rock on Skype.
Yeah.
Hey.
Seeing like this not working.
It's technology.
While we're waiting for...
Oh, no.
It's soon. Just as soon.
You can't even say that anymore. It's like, they're like,
so I see what's going
exactly.
on now. It's more than one people
once we get it
in.
together.
Hello, caller, are you there?
It's me, Angie.
Oh, okay. There was somebody else calling in, I just noticed. Did you have a question?
Is it Laquana?
Yes, Laquana.
Hi, I did have a question for you. What made you? I don't know if I missed it. I wasn't listening online. My child had my phone. So what made you want to get into the mental health aspect of letting people know about mental health?
That we didn't get into that just yet, but we will because you asked the question. As she leaves us again. So she's referring to my new project that I've been submitting to film festivals, Decisions of Sorrow. It is a short film about a black mom, because I'm going to specify that very importantly, a black mom who suffers from depression, and she goes through a lot of different things that you see lead up to kind of a mental breaking point. The reason I did the film, because I was on another project where the mom was just going through a whole lot, right? And we watch the news all the time where moms are doing crazy things or their boyfriends are doing things. And we immediately react with this, wow, this person's horrible, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they should die, and this, that, and the third. Like, everyone just has this energy of spewed hate. And we never stop to think, well, what caused this to happen? What was the creation of this? Where did this come from? Did they seek help? Did they talk to anyone? And knowing this as a black woman, how very few and far in between we do go to therapists, right? Like, it's very rare that we even have discussions of friends going to therapy or even ourselves. So because of that fact that it's not so common in the black community that we talk about it, because we've shown it, a lot of us, not everyone obviously, but it does happen where we're like, oh, well, no, it's okay, that person just going through something, it's all right, baby, don't worry about it, instead of saying, well, maybe she needs to talk to someone, or maybe they need help. People go through postpartum, like right after they have children, where they have breakdowns that no one can explain, or not even just that, like it's so many different levels of mental health conversations that need to happen that doesn't. That's why I was like, I need to create this film. Because there's someone who's going to relate to this character that is going to say, okay, well, maybe I should talk to somebody before I get to this point. Or maybe I should help someone because I can see the signs of things. You know what I mean? Like, it's giving us an opportunity to talk about some things and point a mirror at ourselves to say, hey, what can we do differently to adjust and repair and rebuild each other, especially concerning our mental health. Because once your mental is gone, there's really nothing much left to hold on to. So that's why I created the film. Yes.
that is let me say this for the people that's calling in, because it wasn't Angela that actually hung up, it was the other person that called in. I can only have one person at a time, so just be patient and I'll get to your call. If you do call in, I might have you on hold and then bring you into the conversation.
They don't have this service. It's only free after 9 for them. They got the old system. No,
she bringing it back right? To the early 2000s.
Don't call me until 9 o'clock, right? They don't have the minutes, you know.
Right. But what you said was very, very important, because that's something that I notice a lot too. A lot of people, like, they'll worry about their physical health, but nobody will address their mental health. Cause, like, especially like with the situation with Kanye West. Like, that's something that I had talked to people about and everything. It was like, we all knew that he went to the mental and everything.
Some form of mental facility.
And then we all know that he said that he wasn't taking his pills. But there's a lot of people that when they accept his apology because of what he said, like, I understood what he was saying, but he worded it wrong. And it most likely was because of him not taking his medication.
Possibly.
A lot of people don't want to look at that. Like, they'll be there, like when somebody says they have cancer, they'll be there for them. But when someone has a mental breakdown, they'll bash the person.
Right.
That seems to be, something that's very heavy, especially in the African American community. We don't like to talk about mental health.
We don't like to talk about a lot of things.
We don't like to go see
How much time y'all got? Because I got a list of stuff we don't like to talk about. But
that's one of the most important things.
Between that, rape culture within family, right? Everybody know about that one uncle that they be like, don't sit next to Uncle John because he touched the little girls, right? Like, and that also is a form of mental health that no one thinks that we should be discussing, because they're like, oh no, let's not talk about it. That's why the Me Too movement was so profound, because so many women started to come out to be like, well, I was touched, this person did this to me, and everybody's like, where did this come from? It happens so often. We throw it under the rug. We don't sweep it, we throw it and try to wash it under the rug, and it doesn't tend to stay there. So we should talk about it. Let's talk about it.
A lot of people just had a friend, I interviewed her probably like, I think it was a year or two ago, and like, I never knew what she was going through, like, especially around the time that we were hanging out. she was actually hanging out with me to get away from her father that was actually raping her.
You see that?
And like I learned all this by interviewing her, and I put the timetable together. I was like, dang, this was around the time that she was actually coming to my place just to chill and everything, and everything. And like her dad, like she goes around and like she actually speaks to people now. She feels like it was her purpose to come out and speak about it,
right?
To actually save young girls in this situation. But like you said, it's like she said that her family basically shamed her for telling the family business.
Right. It's like, how are you going to tell the people that this, that, and the third happened? How are you going to tell everybody? Because it happened to her. Like, that's her experience, whether you believe it or not. And that's the other sucky part about those things, is because people do lie.
Yeah.
And it puts the people who really go through this into a really hard spot. You know what I mean? There's plenty of people who lie on someone because they don't like them or whatever their issues are. And then now the victims tend to be pushed to the side because of someone else's mistakes and, you know, their nonsense. So it's a tough thing.
That's the people who try to weaponize
the,
you know, everything that's going on.
Right.
Like you brought up the Me Too movement.
Right.
You know, you got to be careful because, as you said, there's people out there, men, women, they're lying and saying so and so did this to them.
Right.
Like you said, just because I don't like you.
Right.
So because I don't like you,
you did that.
This is what I'm going to do to you.
Yeah.
And it's like, and it sucks because for all the victims, they're the ones that now, you know, who have those true stories, people are going to start questioning them like, okay, well, we know you said this, but if this person over here is lying,
you got to be lying too.
What makes us think that you're telling the truth?
Right. And then with the suicide rate being as high as it is, we might want to start looking into our people and checking in with everyone. Because of those people who kept those stories for 20, 30 years, they're not okay. They're dealing with pain themselves. They hate themselves. They're going through so much hurt. And then now it's like, oh, every other week you're hearing another story about someone killing themselves consistently. That's not something we heard so much. And it's happening more and more with younger and younger children. So it's something obviously we need to talk about. And again, that's why I did Decisions of Sorrow. Y'all can check out the Facebook page. The trailer's out on YouTube on Eldadio Productions, ELDATTIO Productions, and you can check out that page, and it's over there as well, so Instagram and all that. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say I like the trailer.
Well, thank you. You know, the person who filmed it is sitting here as well too, Eldadio. So turn the camera on yourself. No.
And you mentioned something that's important too, as far as because some of the times like this happens when kids are younger and everything, and like this is when their minds are developing, and then their self-esteem is actually developing. So like you have some girls like, especially like cause we talk about this like when kids graduate from high school and they go off to college and everything. Like this is just something that a lot of males do. Like they'll see the girl that was sheltered and they'll take advantage of her and stuff like that. And it's a mental thing because you can tell this girl that, I don't know if I'm exposing, but this is probably something.
No, this is a part of the truth right there. You're telling the truth that people like to go, well, I don't know about that. You're saying people pray. That's the correct term for that. They pray
on that, you know. And then you have those girls that they'll sit there and they feel like this is how it's supposed to be, and then like they'll try to seek the attention of man. And then you also have the girls that didn't have a father figure in their life. Right. And they'll also seek the attention for a man. It's just a cycle.
Vicious cycle.
And that's also like, you can also go, if you want to step further, I feel like that's why the word love is so damaged nowadays. Is because like it's just a mental thing, because like they're misguided on what it is. Right. And then like they never find that person to actually show them the reality, but like sometimes they do, because like I'm trying to remember that girl's name that was in Family Matter that went upstairs and never came back down.
Judy, but I don't remember her real name.
Yeah,
she was Judy Winslow on the show. Somebody, Jamie
Wentworth.
Jamie Wentworth, Jamie Foxworth, I think her name is.
Yeah,
why do I know that?
Yeah.
I'm an actress. I know actors.
And she talked about why she did the pornos on the drugs and stuff like that, and then she finally found a man that actually showed her how to
life can be different. Yeah.
Well, I want to get back to you.
Oh well.
So
that's why I'm here.
What I was going to ask earlier was, growing up, was there anyone in your family that was also as far as, doing entertainment, acting, music, anything?
I can't say that I can think of anyone, but my mom is a creative, and she's super funny. But she's a designer, so she makes clothes and all that good stuff. And I've always been around like that. That's my ride or die. Like, we're not like, she was a teen mom. I'm blasting her. She gonna be like, "Take me talking, mommy," whatever mom does. Okay. So I was always around my mom, and she made clothing for everybody. You talking about from a stripper to a wedding to upholstery. Like, she can design whatever you want. So I was always around her, picking up some of the traits that she had, and just always being around different people. You know what I mean? Like, always customers coming in and get that night. I think I picked up on everyone's energy, and I think that's where maybe some of my characters come from, being around different in a different environment and meeting new people all the time. And because I was always involved in stuff, like I was in a community center dancing and doing all this stuff, and just being, my entire family is very comical. Everyone's silly, and I think that's a lot of where it came from. And even some of my family deals personally, like, with mental health, and I've experienced some things with them. So it's like I pick up things that may not be funny to some, but we made it work.
Yeah.
we made fun of said things, but that's where a lot of the acting and all those elements came from. Is really just picking up things from around family. But no one specifically was in the industry in that regard, but I've picked up their energy more or less. Yeah.
So once you started getting into acting and following your dreams, who would you say was your backbone that pushed you the most, even when times started getting tough? And, you're just thinking, maybe I should just go back to work. If you ever had that part of
absolutely.
That part,
hello, current life. I would say my best friends, my man. He's also my man sitting here.
Okay.
Very supportive, and we work together. So I think that makes it 10 times better that we're in the same industry. And my best friends were like everyone who I told about, hey, I want to act, everyone was extremely supportive. And that's how I know I have an amazing team. And I have a huge team because I have a lot of friends because of my personality, right? Like, I just gravitate, to people. But I would say my best friends like Lisa and Chantel, I'm shouting them out, they better be watching. Lisa, Chantel, Brittany's, the Tias, the Leslins, the Cadence, everyone that I've come into contact with. Rasheen, who's sitting here, I gotta put his name out here, also known as El Daddy. You are out here. The streets know.
Hey, put yourself on the camera, man.
First of all, he can't even. He's like we're all on each other's Facebook, so like everybody know. But no, like these people are extremely supportive. My mom is supportive. Like everyone who's in my world, there's not a person who's come to me and said you shouldn't do it. Yeah. Everyone's like, well, what took you so long? It's more of that attitude. They're like, what took you so long? They're coming to my shows. They're like sharing my talk show because I also have a talk show. I do so much,
Yeah, I wanted to get into that talk show.
But yeah, like everyone supports me. That's a part of my life. Every single person supports me, and I'm grateful for that because there's a lot of people who don't have that kind of support.
Yeah.
But I do, so can't complain.
So, what would you say to the people who are just getting into acting and may not have such a supportive system as you do?
I would say do what you want, and the first step is knowing what you want. Because it's so easy to get caught up in other people's ideals and stepping into what they think you should be doing. Sit down and ask yourself what it is that you want. And the moment you focus on that and say, well, this is what I always wanted and this is what I feel will be right for me, do it. It doesn't matter who says not to do it. Oh, you're not going to be able to afford to do it. Like, we live in abundance, so whatever's supposed to come to you will. Whatever's meant for you will. If it's not meant for you, if you trash at it, you're not good at it, practice. Like,
that's true.
We have a lot of successful people who don't necessarily have the talent that follows, but someone said, hey, you can do it, so they did. Believe in yourself first, because no one else has to like you. My friends don't have to share my stuff for me to be dope. My family doesn't have to say, oh, good job, for me to know I did a good job.
Yeah.
I know what I did. I know what I present. I know what I bring to the table because I believe in what I do and I love what I do. The moment you step into, hey, this is what I want to do, that's it. You don't need support because people are going to support you, whether you realize it or not. And even strangers will support you, 10 times faster than your friends and family. So don't worry about that. Just do what you love first.
Yeah.
Do what you love first. Yeah. That's it. Do what you love.
Well, I'm gonna get Angela. Do you have anything you wanted to ask? I don't want to suck up all the time asking my question.
He's like, I want to talk.
So I don't mind.
I just wanted to I agree with everything you said. And a lot of people need to hear that, exactly what you said, that people don't have to believe in you for you to go and to do what you want to do. Because everyone's not going to like it, like you said.
They're not. Not everyone's going to see what you... Like, you have your own eyes. So how can they see what you see? They can't. They're not in your brain. You got your own brain. You're your own body. These are all your own DNA particles and all these things. You are you.
Yeah.
So only you know what you feel. You can tell someone what you feel, but they're only going to be able to hear it. They can't feel what you feel. So you do what you have to do, what you feel. That's it. I don't care if you don't like it. That's cool. Oh, I didn't like your movie. I didn't like this. That's cool. I loved it. Great. Yeah, I enjoyed every process. Like, it's going to be some good projects, some bad projects. It's not to say that everything you do is going to be amazing, but if you believe what you've got from it, what you've done, and what you put into it, it doesn't matter the outcome. You already did the good part.
So, in saying that...
Would you like me to be a motivational speaker, anyone? You can book me.
What, in saying that, what would you say probably has been your most favorite project thus far?
Well, I would have to say my own. Maybe. Another one is Hello, My Name is Joe. Besides mine, because I don't want to make it all about me. It sounds a little arrogant, and I'm not completely arrogant. I'm lying. No, working on Hello, My Name is Joe, because I got a chance to work with this guy who's sitting here with me. And it was his short film, his very first short film. And stepping it with, because we did web series before, right? So that's where we even met as friends.
Okay.
And we put a lot of ideas into those projects and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. And it's like we're putting so much into other people's stuff. It's like, why do we do this for ourselves, kind of thing?
Yeah. And
he wrote this song a while ago, like, because he's also an artist. He wrote the song a while ago, and I kept pushing him, saying, "Oh, this sounds great. This should be a movie. Like, this should be this," or whatever it was that I was saying to him. And I'm like, "You should do it. You should do it." And who knew me just keep poking, right? Being this annoying little pestering individual.
The bear.
You should do it. That'd be great. And it actually happened. We actually sat down and did casting. I had a part to play in co-writing a scene or two for the film and just like formulating these thoughts with him. And it's like, wait, we're really making this happen? I think I appreciate that 10 times more because it was the first step into, holy crap, we can make this happen. Like, this can really be. As opposed to you being on other people's project and, being told what to do or just, showing up to do what they want and being a part of their vision. It's like, no, we can create our own and do it with, unapologetically and say what we feel. And the work we put in and the love we got throughout the process for that, there's no explaining that. We have people who donated their homes, people who are like, oh, we paid for locations, right? So I discovered my locations ability through the web series because I was like, location scout. Okay, we need to find a place. We need to find a hospital. We need to find this. And I'm like, where did this come from? Never knew about it. Never knew that was even a job, right? In acting, you don't know that. People don't know that there's a person who's called a location scout who looks specifically for locations. I became that. So me utilizing that from the web series experiences turned into Hello, My Name is Joe, and I was already on the ball like, all right, we found this place, we found this, we found a bar, this many hours, and this, that, and the third, and every project I've done, I've learned something new from it. And then working with him on this, he let me hold the camera. So I filmed the majority of his movie because he's acting in it. And he trusted me enough to film his movie. And I'm not, I can take a mean picture, right? Like, I can take a mean selfie. However, I'm not nobody's videographer. So he trusted me to even hold the camera. Now I have a newfound respect for videographers because obviously it ain't easy. It looks cool, right? Like, oh, just hold the camera. Right, yeah, that's it. No, you have to be still. And not shake at all, because if not, it is real wobbly. Camera can't be milli rocking on intense scenes. So I learned a lot, like, and even watching him editing and seeing how much he focuses on the coloring, and each scene has to look like this. All right, we'll make the scene super dark, and I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, that look different now. Like, you really get caught up in learning so much. So that's why I'm like, nah, that project is amazing to me because I learned so much, and it prepared me for to do my own project, you know what I mean? So I will say I appreciate that the most. Because I got real hands-on. Like, this is the camera. Okay, no, you look stupid. No, you don't look like you really... Because he's on drugs in the film. You guys have to watch that, too. If I sent you the link, watch it on YouTube. Hello, my name is Joe. Shameless plug, not so shameless. But even just seeing him take that in, and there's parts in there you guys will see, as it develops, but... real arguments. I'm there, like, no, slap him, do this, do that. Like, we're all in, and it's like, this is what it's supposed to look like. This is why Tyler Perry likes doing what he does. This is why Spike Lee's been doing this for the umpteenth years. It's amazing to be a part of something and know you were a part of the creation of it. So Yeah, y'all, check that out.
So
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
See, they fighting to talk to me. They fighting. They like, I want next.
I actually went to the process of actually casting for a web series that I was trying to do and everything. And one thing that, because like I got real busy, and then I kind of lost the cast and everything. Like, so what did y'all go through the process of actually searching for people to cast and everything, and keeping the cast together? And like you said something about searching for locations. Like, how did you lock in locations?
Well, I think you have to, before you even start, like once you get your script in play, as you do the script, you kind of have to think of where you would want to be doing those scenes, right? If you're saying they're arguing at home, you know, I need an apartment or a house, right? Like every scene you're doing, you should know where this is located. Note that as you're doing it and put that to the side. Okay, so I know I have to be at the house. I know I have to be here. Contact different venues. I've Googled like nobody's business. You know, I've looked at, even for rehearsal spaces, I Googled what places can you rehearse? Like literally just what you're thinking, write it out, and then you'll never know what the internet will serve you. Like they were like, oh, libraries. I'm like, I never thought. Libraries have conference rooms. I don't think of this, right? You don't think of that. Found library conference rooms that I can do my rehearsal spaces in. You ask people. You start to reach out, and you're like, well, at first you don't want to, because you don't want to seem like, oh, you need a handout.
Yeah.
And you're but it's like, well, if I don't ask, how do I get? If I don't put myself in a position to be in that. What were you saying, Angela?
What did you say?
Oh, I thought she was saying something. I'm like, go on, girl, tell your story. Tell your testimony. Hello. But it's also about just being open. Be open. Because not everything is going to be easy. We're very fortunate that we ran into amazing people, but I think it's because we're like, I'm going to just ask. I would tell him, like, hey, your coworkers got an office space, like, or this. How they mama doing? Like, where she work at? Because we need a location. And it's like, well, I don't know if I want to ask. Nah, I don't care. Ask. Because if they say no, you get to move on to the next. You get to go to the next person and the next person. And then all those people you get to, that's how you build your team, I feel. Because you're asking people like, the hell of my name is Joe film. We had a young girl in there, Adrian. Little girl, she played his daughter. Amazing little girl actress. She was five at the time, or whatever the case may be. She was also my daughter in my short film. And then also she has a little sister, so her and her sister became actors on my set. And her parents were like, hey, yeah, you can film at our house. Say what? What you said? No, we were going to use the Airbnb. And she's like, no, film with us. And that'll be easy because the girls will have a room that they're comfortable with. So we didn't have to recreate a room. We had it already engraved, and set in stone. It's like, literally right before we were about to film, this happened. So it's, when you want something to be and you know what you're supposed to have, it's going to come to you. And just ask. And don't be afraid to take. Don't be afraid if someone offers you something, take it. Because you never know when it's going to come around again. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable. And I think that's what a lot of people have a hard time with in this industry, is being vulnerable. We have a GoFundMe right now. Like, I am not afraid. Okay, because we are working on other projects. Yeah. We're working on more than short films. And actual web series that we're trying to film in New York and NC. It's going to be about a heist. Can't give y'all too much because I don't want people stealing people that a lot, but they'll never create it the way we would. Shameless again. But we have a GoFundMe, so just so we put that out there real quick, we do have a GoFundMe page open for ED Productions Fund, so that people can support the process. Because even though, yes, we're paying out of our own pockets, it's hard, right? Like, it's not easy to fund a project. If you've ever been a part of anything, everyone sees these movies and they think, yeah, it's paid for, it's easy. No, like, these movies, a web series can cost $10,000 to make, and no one thinks about paying for locations. We were fortunate to have a few free ones, but we still had to pay for them. So you pay for locations, you pay for food, you pay for props, you pay for wardrobe, you pay for upgraded equipment, those cameras that you see, that you're like, oh, these are nice. Yeah, somebody got to pay for that. Yeah. Right? Like, traveling, going back and forth to whatever locations, and the gas, the tolls, the this, like, all those things start to build, and that's why we're like, nah. We need support on this. Everybody that sees this, who knows what we're doing, because of the quality of work. We're not just like, oh, we're not making bootleg movies with somebody's cell phone that's like blurry and their head is walking by. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, no, we're making quality stuff about real stories that connect to real people. His movie was about someone on drugs, like a businessman who decided to take drugs and his whole life fell apart. Mine is about a depressed mom who makes really tough decisions to save her family. Like, these are things that are happening, that are real. that are true to someone. It may not be true to Laquana, but somebody who's watching it may be going through that. That's why we want the support from the people who are seeing what we're doing, because this is the creative process. It's why everybody can't be Spike Lee tomorrow. Tyler Perry used to live in a car, right? Like somebody believed in him at some point, and he probably had fun going on back then, you know, a different type. But now we're at a modern stage to do it a little bit differently. But we're trying to build and get people a part of the movement in. So if you guys see this, hear this, or what have you, ED Productions Fund on GoFundMe, or you can cash at me at $LQ Henny. It will be going towards the project, so make sure I put that out there as well.
Let's give some money, y'all.
Give some money, y'all.
Let's give some money.
Let's pass the collection plate round.
So, my next question is, as far as choosing your actors and actresses, how do you guys go about doing that?
It's not a fun process at all. But it first stems from knowing people, because I am an actress and I have worked on a lot of things. It comes from there first. Like I know who I've worked with that I've said, ooh, I want to bring them a part of this, right? Or ooh, I want to bring them a part of that. Also is networking like a mug and taking risk. Being in a lot of Facebook groups will help, because you'll post something, hey, I'm looking for actors, and then people will flock. People will show up. It's a tough process to go through, because I think it's more or less being true to your script and reviewing it and saying, okay, you need to have a real proper breakdown of your characters to know who should fit that role. If you don't, it's always going to be all over the place. So once you know what your character represents, you'll have a vision of what it should be. Like, for example, the lady who plays my therapist in the film, and that's majority of what you guys get to see when it does come out. It's in we're working on being in film festivals, by the way. So once it's done with the circuit on film festivals, it'll be released to the public. Immediately, as soon as I saw her, I made everyone audition. Like I had everyone send in audition tapes. Instead of doing the physical auditions, like, you know, you show up and you're there for hours and whatever. No, I did it a different way, because that's how it's done in New York a lot, where you just submit a tape. I'll give you a scene to do. Here's a scene. Yeah. Send this to me in 24 hours, right? And they sent it in, and based on how they handled that character in that moment, did I feel something from that? Did I believe in that? You know, was it worth it? Like, you know, did they do what I need them to do? That's the person. And as soon as I saw hers, I was like, nope, she's my therapist. She fits. I was trying to decide at first if it should be a black woman, because majority of the cast is black. Yeah. She's the only white person in the film, and I was like, well, should I make her white? Is that going to be a conflict? Because you have to think of that in this day and age. Someone's going to be offended. Someone's going to feel a way about what you're doing. It's like, oh, well, why you got to throw the token white person in, or whatever the situation is. Like, that's the only way to move it. No, but like, she fit the role. She captured what I needed to capture with her emotions. The haircut, the outfit, the everything. She believed she was a therapist. And then on top of, after actually casting, I had to sit down with the cast, because I could have changed it at any moment, right? This is my project, the beauty of that. But I had to sit down with everyone. And I was like, what's your experience with mental health? And I found out that everyone had a relationship with mental health, whether it was they went to therapy, or they were clinically depressed, or their family committed suicide, or they have children and they're like, I don't know if I want to deal with these kids. Like, every single person was related to it. And I'm like, this is why this is important. This is why this process works, because we're connecting, not just because you're an actor, but as a human being. Yeah. So once you sit down and break that down, it's going to be easy for you to sift through who really wants this and who can tell your story the best way. Just sit down and focus on it. Like, that's it. Yeah.
You got any questions?
He's like, no, I'm done with you. I know.
I mean, like I said,
I keep going.
I keep going.
He's like,
I just don't want to be hogging the interview.
I don't want to hog.
I'm trying to be nice.
As far as, like, because you mentioned about the film, having them submit their tapes and everything. Like, I had a couple people, like, they actually had a monologue and everything that they sent to me and everything. But we did do, like you were talking about, the library conference room. That's where I first had my auditions and everything. Had them in the conference room and stuff like that. So it's interesting that you just had them. Cause like when I did my audition, I didn't tell them about the character and everything. I just had them read it. Like he auditioned for me. Like I had them read it and see how they interpret it and everything, and catch the people's
It can go either way. It can go either way. You can do both depending on what your project needs. Yeah. And for the next one, for the web series, I will be doing an in-person casting because I do want to play around with that because it's on a different level. This was more of an intimate set, so I didn't need everyone to interact so much because most of it was me and the therapist, or me and this person, or me and that person, so to speak. But I find that works for me because you kind of sift through the BS and you'll know who really wants to do it because you'll know who's going to submit. And how they portray that character is like, oh, I didn't see it that way. Like I had 3 different people portray one of my sisters, and I was like, oh, I don't know. It was tough to decide, but then I was like, well, visually, who can be how can I believe this? Is this person being my sister? And are they speaking the way I want them to speak? Did they get it? Did they ask questions? Because I had people ask me like, well, how is it? Is she snooty? Is she ghetto? Is she this? Is she that? Like, that's how I know this person should be a part of the project, by even what they ask as well too, because you should ask questions. What do you want your character to be? Because as an actor, we can pretend to be whatever, but if that's not what you want, then you're wasting your time. So sift through, sift.
As far as the breakdown of the movie and everything, you said that the mother's depressed and everything.
Yes.
Like, how does that go about, like, without giving the whole story, the plot of the movie and everything?
Basically, so what happens is as you guys seen in the trailer, she's in a therapist's office, and she's kind of discussing some activities or some moments in her life that kind of led up to her mental breakdown, is what I can say. So you'll see footage of her arguing, you'll see footage of her with her children being loving, you'll see all of the different elements, but when you actually watch the film, you get to find out what created what. Like, what specifically was like, oh, well, this happened, so that could have led to this. Is it this? Is it that? Is it medication? Is it, like, you find out as you watch where this develops from. But overall, it's just a mom really just telling her story and just talking to her therapist and confiding in this person about her experiences. And you get the relationship with the therapist, and then you also get flashbacks. Basically, you're getting flashbacks of her past situations with her family, and then you learn a lot about her through those moments. So, yeah.
Did you ever take the psychology class?
I did not. I thought I was going to do that one day. I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be a lawyer. I went to high school for law at some point, and I thought I was going to be a lawyer. Then I was like, then I have to be on the bad guy side too. Like, that was a conflict for me morally, because I think about it. If you're putting either a guilty person away or a not guilty person away, sucks. On the other end, you're either saving a guilty person or not saving a guilty person. It's like,
Have you seen that on BET show In Contempt?
I have. I love that show, actually. So that watching that, I was like, this is what I went through. Like, this is why I couldn't do it, because it takes a lot to really just be, you kind of have to cut yourself off from that. And that's another reason why being involved in psychology, I really couldn't either, because I'm emotionally connected and invested in people. So it's hard for me to separate feelings. Like, if someone gets hurt by something, I'm like, oh, that was terrible. I'm a person that cries at the movie. Like, when Bambi died, I was like, and Lion King, why y'all do that to my boy? You know what I mean? Like, that's real tragic. You know what I mean? But I'm that person who connects to those characters. So I'm like, I can't imagine me being able to support someone in that kind of magnitude, getting paid for it, and then be like, girl, I'm crying too. Like, wait, you can't cry as a therapist. So no, I stepped away from that.
Yeah, I took one psychology class when I was at A&T. And like, the one thing that I got from it and everything, it made me look at people a lot different and everything, as far as not judging people and understanding everybody has a background that conditioned them to be where they are right now. And like, why some people have a wall up and everything, and why some people are kind of distant, or you have the antisocial people and stuff like that. And that's why I kind of like, actually, if you took psychology to actually develop into this movie when you were writing the script.
I didn't take anything, but I did read a lot of articles on it. So I didn't just walk into it blindly. And I have friends who have degrees in psychology as well too. So I did ask questions before. I didn't just jump into it like, yeah, this is what it looks like. No. But I have friends, and I did read a lot of articles and just sit down. Like, so I really was involved in this. Like, no, this is interesting. I never knew that. Like, I learned so much through this. But I also took leadership training, and that kind of helps you gauge why people do what they do in a sense, because you no longer, like you said, you're no longer at a judgmental point. You're kind of like, oh, well, that could have been me.
Yeah.
Like, what's to stop? I'm 2 degrees away from that. You know what I mean? Like, it makes you kind of step away from the judgment and step closer to humanity and being human. And I think seeing it, you're going to get different reactions. And that's the point. Like, I had a few friends watch it, And I got all kinds of reactions like, what? I can't believe it. And, well, you know, hey, I get it. Like, you get different things from different people, and that's the point, is really stepping away from just, you're bad, this person's that, and that's that. It's like, well, the why did this happen? And that, I think that's what's so important about being able to step into your mental, is sometimes it is a reason why people do what they do. And if we can catch them before that breaking point, we can save a lot of lives. Possibly, you know? So.
Angie, did you have any questions?
No, I was just about to say that I'm going to go ahead and get off the line because I know that Joy said she's probably going to try to call in at 9, and I know she has some questions as well. So I just wanted to say it was so nice to hear what you had to say and to get your viewpoints on all the stuff that you were talking about, especially mental health and just all the aspects of what you can do and how you shouldn't let others influence what you want to do in your life. And I just want to say you guys all have a good night, and hopefully I can make it there next week to actually be there.
Well, I won't be here then, but just remember my feelings, okay? I was here with you. Woo, woo, woo.
All right. Well, I appreciate you calling in, Angie. Well,
all right. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
Good night, babes.
Bye-bye.
Our second half, we usually do the rumors, sports, and stuff like that.
I love it.
Did you want to stay around for
I mean, if you want me to. I don't want to overstay my welcome.
All right. So I'm about to go into some music right quick, and then we're going to come back and speak some more. We actually go over our sports picks and everything. Joy might, like she said, Joy might call in at 9 o'clock. So we'll see if she calls in, and then she might have some more questions for our guests as well. But first track that I'm about to play is Joshua Gunn and Swift with How Y'all Living.
Oh, wow.
This is Joshua Gunn and Swift with How Y'all Living. All right?
All right.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Young Swift. Bull City thing. Talking about, yeah. Look, back-to-back Mozzies, Glenfiddich inside of Mozzie. I travel off, but keep the city deep inside me. I am Durham Golly. These young boys catching bodies over pennies probably. Pray for them, Allah got me. I was born a Baptist, but moved on to higher practice. I'm learning though, 48 laws is only half of my autograph. Since the days of Donna Karen, I was born a rapper. Give all honor to my parents that we never be rich, but we made it better than everything. Only ever dreamed to be Bull City celebrities, and now we global. Shows in places I could never see. Came a long way from fried chicken wings to Stephanie's. My destiny, I guess, was to be Bull City Nas. They don't understand, I'm one of Bull City's gods. Started in the city, yet we took it so far. Now everywhere I go, they throw them bulls in the crowd.
Some build and destroy, we build and build up. Get bills that builds up, don't gas me, I'm filled up. I probably hit the gas, get gas and peel blunts. Then ride through the city with gunner, no runners up. This is first place, worst case scenario. They ain't seeing me, I see you at your burial. Look, I'm a flawed man, but these diamonds is flawless. Everything else, I'm trying to work out like CrossFit. Poor little Paulin' dog, I'm feeling vindicated. It's better renovated, look, that never been debated. I'm 2.0, you must know. Before I believe it, it's certain that you must show. No cap, I'm going Kaepernick. Leave you kneeling at my feet in defeat, you asked for this. Bags under my eyes, I got bags to get. Got up in the mix, now I done mastered it. Swift,
how you living on your block?
Mine's is hot. How you living on your block?
I got it locked. What's going down on your side? Who got shot?
Same bruh.
Yeah, it's right, I meet you up top.
Hey yo, it's hard to shake this feeling that I might get knocked.
Bruh, you know it don't stop, we can't close up shop.
Come on.
It's gonna, yeah. VVS's, only shopping with TLS and we don't speak confessions. Die with it, but keep the essence. Say the streets depressing, but me and Swift are speaking blessings for the people section. Shed blood where we reppin'.
I'm an original medicinal puffer, Dutch stuffer, plus hustler. Get the cream and touch butter. Everything changed when I did numbers. Spend summers reminding you been fronters.
It's gonna and Swiffer, spring, summer, the winter, winter, the fall. You doubt it, so we killing y'all all. Envision the gods and custom made limited cars. Spit it in sickest cause you wish you could twist it in cigars.
Living with no regard. Before I had a frame, look, I could picture it all. And now we fully involved. Money ties untied, still I got a money knot. I had to
Go and get it, everything they want I got. Yeah.
How you living on your block?
Mine's is hot. How you living on your block?
I got it locked. What's going down on your side? Who got shot?
Same bruh.
Yeah, it's right, I'll meet you up top.
Hey yo, it's hard to shake this feeling that I might get knocked.
Bruh, you know it don't stop, we can't close up shop.
Come on.
Yeah, it's gonna Swift.
Yeah.
919. No, yes sir. It's a dope thing, what the flow bring, It's no man. Don't change, come on. Yeah. It's a dope thing, what the flow bring.
People take shots at the ego. Hit the fade on them like Jordan did ELO. Keep a Steve Kerr by the side for the reload. Action. Robbing on the boards and a team full of packs. Lungs full of Marley and a heart full of passion. Handful of rings and a staff full of Jacksons. Zen on fleek, hook like Cassius. In case I gotta lay hands just like Pastor. Add to my own space just like NASA. Shuttle stay gassed up, never will crash it. Hungry like I just fasted. I'm so rabid, I keep the joint lit and won't pass it. Asking, how you still hate for the bench though? You know I've been starting from the intro. In my own lane, got my own tempo. Cause people change like the wind blow. Hand down, man down. You a lame if you put your hands down. I said hand down, man down. If you hating then you shouldn't come around. Keep taking shots at the record. Go ahead, top it, that's a lot more impressive. Got a game plan that's a lot more aggressive. Ton of clutch shots that cannot be contested. I'm a lot more obsessive, a lot more direction. Got a fast break when they really start pressing. Crossover like the answer when they start with the question. Through an outlet to the plug, now I'm connected. Electric, balling out and all without a contract. They calling foul when there was never any contact. And at the line they throwing bricks like DeAndre. So track star on the boards like he Kanye. How you still hate for the bench though? You know I've been starting from the intro. In my own lane, got my own tempo. Cause people change like the wind blow. Hand down, man down. You a lame if you put your hands down. I said hand down, man down. If you hating then you shouldn't come around.
You can say you got the home court advantage, but I swerve up in your lane cause I'm a savage. You a hater, mad because I'm reaching new levels. While you hang around a hooch, I'm a real go-getter. I can switch it up and sing it like Beyonce. Then I spit a couple bars like I'm Kanye. You know, I ain't really tripping off what you say, because I know that you won't say that to my face. Try to belittle me, mad people believe in me. Fans always been loyal, my faith. I put my total 100% in everything I do. I'm better than you, making shots from half court, and you ain't blocking me, boo.
How you still hate for the bench though? You know I've been starting from the intro. In my own lane, got my own tempo. Cause people change like the wind blow. Hand down, man down. You a lame if you put your hands down. I said hand down, man down. If you hating then you shouldn't come around.
We got it. Yeah. When I be riding and I'm up in town, I gotta see the cops and they make awkward sounds. They be like, when they see me coming, they gon' keep me running. They gon' hawk me down and be like, I'm not in jail. And that was awkward, I made out on bail, let's get it. Hello like a Dow. If you gon' trap me, we gon' walk on shells, I mean it. People talking like they never see me walk on coffins. I just barely made it. I was up in college eating what you call this. This is not an awkward silence. We was up in Raleigh, but that's rather improper like kamikazes. Shots to your body, that's rather violent. Drinking and driving, that's how they got me. But I made up my mind so no one can stop me. Got that whoa-whoa-dee and my shorty called me. She like, are you partying? Catch an Uber or you gon' get caught again. I'm with Kenny and he brought his Barbie here. We don't care though. We need moolah, give us much dinero, poppy. I've been rolling, saucing harder than a teriyaki packet. Top down, we don't worry about the cops now, we got it locked down. The city love me from the top down, let's get it. When I be riding and I'm up in town, I gotta see the cops and they make awkward sounds. They be like, when they see me coming, they gon' keep me running. They gon' hawk me down and be like, I'm not in jail, and that was awkward. I made out on bail. Let's get it. Hello like Adele. If you gon' trap me, we gon' walk on shells. I mean it.
Doors lift up on my Benzo. Melanin all in my skin tone. Stereotype that's illegal. Tryna uphold the law on your ego. I know you had a bad day, homie, me too. But you can't take it out on your people. Protect and serve, but you evil. That's why God go up when we see you. And it's designed to fail to pay to find a bill. Or be inside the jail and locked inside the cell. And you decline my mail, the food slime is stale. And all the lawyer fees ain't too high to scale. I could've paid the rent, but had to pay the fence. And lack of evidence, and now the case is missed. I paid to stay the grip for what they say I did. Incriminate me quick, but they ain't recompense. When I be driving, see them behind me, already know what's up. I'm fully sober, they pull me over, I know they wanna search. And say I'm not arrested, but they cuff me up and put me down on the curb. Guilty until proven innocence, that's just the way the system works.
When I be riding and I'm up in town, I gotta see the cops and they make awkward sounds. They be like, when they see me coming, they gon' keep me running, they gon' hawk me down and be like, I'm not in jail, and that was awkward, I made out on bail, let's get it. Hello like Adele. If you gon' trap me, we gon' walk on shells, I mean it.
Yeah, I'm at 16%, bro.
Alright, we're back. First track was Joshua Gunn and Swift with How You Livin'. Second track was Church featuring Soul Free Wisdom with Man Down. And third track was Kenny MacGyver with Cops. We actually did an interview with Kenny MacGyver last year, and we did a follow-up interview with Soul Free Wisdom last year too. So you can go back to the archives and actually listen to that. And we actually did an interview with Joshua Gunn back in 2013 or 14. So you got to dig in the archives for that one as well. Yeah. So we had an exciting weekend of NFL. I was hoping that Joy would call in to tell us her picks and everything. Right now, I'll just go over the standings. It's Tuesday, so I know everybody already knows the breakdown of all the scores and everything. But I got, let me see, because I came up. I got 9 games right last week. King Cancer, he got 8 games. Oh, we actually tied as far as total points. One guy, he actually rose up a lot. Like, I think this is one of my coworkers, and he's in the number one spot. He actually got 10 games right and everything. Yeah, I wish James would have called in because James is in 9th place. So I am over James. He has. I'm gonna go over the total points. James has 14 points. Okay, so he's not too far behind. It's just because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people are tied for 4th place. So he's 1 point behind. He has 14 points. Me and King Cancer has 15 points. The person that's in the league has 18 points. So we ain't too far behind. I'm gonna go over my picks and see exactly what King Cancer has for his picks for this week as well. And I'm still kind of, I'm going to talk about that later, because I'm still kind of shocked at my Buccaneers. And like I said, I honestly didn't want us to do so well because, like, Fitzpatrick, like, he has his moments and everything, and they already done talked about they're not going to have James start right off the back when he comes off his suspension. So we already know that we got to see exactly what happens Monday night because I guess Fitz would have to have a horrible game for James to come back after that. But Thursday night we have the Jets and the Browns, and let me tell you something about the Browns. Cause like you heard me talk about it both weeks. I was like, I know the Browns got this. I know they got this. They are cursed. that is all I gotta say. They are cursed. Like they could have won that game by a field goal, and they missed the field goal. Like I was just like, and I think I finally sent you that article with the beer.
Yeah.
As soon as they win, who is it? I I think it's Core Lights or
no, it's Bud Light.
Bud Light gets free beer to the city. They have a cooler.
Well,
they got a cooler sitting there.
Yeah, when you read the article, it's I believe it said they're going to like 8 restaurants around the city, and they all like they've already put the fridges there, and the way they work is by Wi-Fi. So as soon as the Browns, when they win their first regular season game, coolers are going to unlock, and you have to be in the bar or the restaurant at the time of the game. So if you're in there, of course you're of age, 21 or older, enjoy all the free beer you want. So, but the way the Browns is going, boy, them fridges gonna be locked the whole season.
No, I'm actually gonna say they're gonna get their first win. Their defense, like they got a legit defense, and I like Taylor, and everything. Like I feel like the Thursday night you're gonna find out because they're on prime time Thursday night. They're playing against the Jets. I'm going to go with the Browns over the Jets in this game.
Well, what I want to do as a guest, come on. Come on. Because I don't want y'all to think we got another voice in here. No, you can, and y'all like, where's his voice at?
No, you can get in this part.
So, he's also a guest.
What's happening, man?
Get in there.
So,
this your element right here.
Yeah, so your woman put you out there. So
that's all right, man. So we good.
We got to bring him onto the show. We're gonna let you. We're gonna let you do some picks too.
All right, cool.
So
we got the Jets and the Browns.
Man, the Jets and the Browns, just is up and down. I'm gonna go with the Browns. I think they're gonna pull it off.
First win.
They're gonna pull it off on the Jets because the Jets are streaky too, man.
Yeah, but the Jets at least got to win. The Browns, I can't. I'm going with the Jets. I mean, if the Browns win, I'll be happy for them. I mean,
I think they're gonna pull it off.
This streak is what, 17, 18 games now?
Just about.
So
it's about time. They overdue.
Long overdue. But I'm going Jets. I don't have any faith in the Browns. I'm sorry, I don't.
When the Browns win, just remember I said it first, man.
His man been saying that for 2 weeks.
Alright. Said it second. Just remember we heard it second.
I hope y'all right, because boy, they need it.
Because I feel like they do have a chance against the Jets. The Jets do pretty decent. I really feel like who did they play? They played the Bills first week, didn't they? Let me double check on that. Because if it was the Bills, that explains why they just went off. Because I'm gonna try to talk about that as well. Man went into halftime and decided to retire. He went into
walked out. Yeah, that was wild.
Was that? I was just reading the article too not too long ago. Wasn't that's the cornerback?
Oh no, yeah. Oh no, they played the Steelers first.
Right, that's what I thought. Yeah, it was the Steelers.
Oh man, we got the Steelers this week. The Buccaneers. We're gonna come back to that. Okay, so second game is the Saints and the Falcons. It's in Atlanta, and these are two, and I wish Joy, because Joy is a Saints fan.
Yeah, she is.
These are two teams that hate each other.
Definitely hate each other.
And even though my Buccaneers did beat the Saints and everything, I honestly feel I kind of still believe in the Saints defense. Both these teams, like I said at the beginning of the season, both these teams, they up their defense and they still have a powerhouse offense, both of them. I honestly feel like even though that this is in Atlanta, I'm going to go with the Saints over the Falcons in this game.
Look at you the guess.
The Falcons is scary because they got Jones, and Jones can pop off any game. He's gonna get his. You can't stop him. But I think the Saints might pull it off, though. I believe the Saints can pull it off because Atlanta can get sloppy too. Like they should have won that game with Philly. They should have won that one, in my opinion. But hey,
oh shoot, I'm gonna go Falcons.
Saints.
We're gonna go with the Falcons. So far, me and Cancer basically opposite picks. So somebody's going to get ahead, and somebody It's going to go down in the rankings. And everything.
You gonna go down with that first pick?
Okay, third game is the Bills and the Vikings, and yeah, we got
Vikings.
Vikings. Like I honestly don't know what's going on with the Bills and everything, but for the dude to go into halftime and
that
be
was
like,
wild.
It's sort of like it was sort of like, because like I hate when I played Madden and the guy would try to send me one of them mercies.
Right.
I always decline it because like if you know you're playing Madden online, like if you do those mercies, your stats go away.
Finished.
Yeah.
Kill your stats.
So
Pointless
like I
game.
always declined it. The person thought I was, but I hate it because like I wanted to keep my stats because they will never show up on your your profile. But for that dude to go into halftime, like I haven't seen any interviews or anything. I don't know if he did an interview, but for him to go into halftime and be like, I'm done.
Yeah.
He didn't even wait for the end of the game. He said,
wild.
I'm retired.
Hey, he said he wanted to go out unhurt, unbothered, leave that man alone. I do blame him because he could have at least finished the game, but when you think about it,
I never see that. The man
he just set a precedent. Yes, he sure did.
The way that the Bills are playing, they might be the defeated team this year to go 0-16. So, yeah, and the Vikings, like, even though they tied last week, they're still a dangerous team. They're showing they're a dangerous team. They kept up with the Packers. And like I said, like I've been believing in their defense for the past 2 years, and like now they have a legit quarterback. So I see them going to the playoffs this year. So I'm going with the Vikings over the Bills. We already made our pick.
Yeah, we Vikings.
Yeah. Next game we have the Bengals and the Panthers. I'm gonna go with the even though I don't like the Panthers, I'm gonna go with the Panthers over the Bengals.
I'm going with the Panthers too.
Man, they let me down. I needed them to win last week, and they let me down.
That's tough, man. Whenever you go against Atlanta, that's tough. So
Cam let me down. Him and his team let me down. I was watching that game, and I was just sitting there like, come on, please. I need y'all to win. Do this for me. I'm not a Panthers fan. Just do this for me.
Yeah, their defense really didn't seem the same, and like, and I kind of felt that way because like after I watched them play the Cowboys and everything, I was like, yeah, both these teams look off this year.
A little bit.
So I'm going Bengals.
You go with the Bengals?
Yeah.
Next game we got the Broncos and the Ravens. I'm actually going to go with the Ravens over the Broncos in this game.
Well, the Broncos, man.
Broncos.
Alright. Next game we have the Packers and the Redskins. I'm going to go with the Packers over the Redskins.
Oh, you actually thought about this one. Okay.
You know why? Because I'm not a Redskins fan, but they kind of surprised me just a little bit. Just a little bit to make me think. Just a little bit. So
you going for the upset?
No, I don't think they can beat the Packers. I'm going Packers.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a spanking, actually, in my opinion.
And next team has to go with my upset pick yesterday last week that I got laughed at about. So we're not going to say nothing? When I said the Jaguars was going to beat the Patriots last week, I
called the Jaguars too. No,
I
called the Jaguars on that one.
Sat there in that chair right there and laughed at me.
I called that one too.
Let's. Okay, man. We don't need to talk about what happened on Sunday.
We have the Titans and the Jaguars. I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. They show that their defense is legit, and Bortles, like, I actually sat there and I was like, man, I wonder who have Bortles in fantasy football. I know that they're killing it. Check one of my fantasy footballs, and the person that I was playing had Bortles, and I was like, yeah, they killed me in that game. Like, his stats was incredible in that game. Like, I think they he put up like 124 points, and I think it was actually 2 fantasy football leagues. Both of them had Bortles, and like, they were predicted to lose their game, and Bortles just changed the whole landscape of our games. And I was like, that. So I had lost those 2 games, but I won the one in my league. But yeah, I don't know if it was just the Patriots defense or if Bortles really showing a different level. Showing that he can.
I'm not giving it. Our defense was not doing what they needed to do. They gave up points. I was very disappointed.
Yeah, he's from Connecticut. All right. Yeah. All right. You had to say that. I got you.
The next one, we have the Colts and the Eagles. I honestly wanted to do an upset pick with this. But I think they just said that Wentz is cleared. Yeah, I believe they said Wentz is cleared for this game, so Wentz will be coming back. Even though I feel like this will be Luck's comeback year. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles over the Colts.
I'm going with the Eagles, man.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I'm gonna go with the Eagles. Oh, jeez, I'm going with the Eagles.
Alright, so we have the Chiefs and the 49ers. I've been saying this for a minute that the Chiefs is like the most underrated team.
Very.
Like nobody talks about them. They be sliding
under the radar
and
all
everything.
the time.
Even though the 49ers does have a legit quarterback and everything, I honestly feel like the Chiefs defense, the unspoken defense, they're going to have something for the 49ers young quarterback, and I'm going to go with the Chiefs over the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs.
The next game, we have the Raiders and the Dolphins. Even though the Raiders is 0-2, I'm going to go with the Raiders.
Yeah.
And I have to say this, like, I don't understand how John Gruden can sit there and say, we're okay with letting Khalil Mack go. And watch last Sunday night's game. Was it Sunday night? Or was it Monday night? I know it was one of the night games.
It was yesterday.
It was just
yesterday. He went off yesterday.
Yeah, Monday. Monday night. Yeah, I was trying to think like
that was silly.
Yeah. Khalil Mack went off again and showed why he was worth the money that he was asking.
That was stupid.
And for the Raiders to give him up the way that they did and just not pay that man. And they're 0-2 right now, but like I honestly don't see the Dolphins. Like, they can't be that horrible that they can't beat the Dolphins. Even though the Dolphins are 2-0, I'm still going to go with the Raiders over the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders, too.
I'm going with Miami on that one.
Any reason why?
Because the Raiders and the decision that they made letting him go, and again, like you just said, watching him play, they're not making smart decisions. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Back to you, Bob.
Alright, so next game we got the Giants and the Texans. Both teams are 0-2, but I believe in the Texans more than I believe in the Giants.
Yeah.
The Giants, I really like. They got that stud running back and everything, but I just don't understand like how they are 0-2. I honestly felt like they would be 1-1 right now, but I'm gonna go with the Texans over the Giants.
I'm going with the Texans, man. I'm just anti-Giants.
Who is your team?
Cowboys, baby.
Oh, God. Oh, my Jesus. Nah, you got to go.
Cowboys, man.
Yeah, I'm going to go Texans on that because, yeah, I'm anti-Giants, too. So.
All right, so we had the...
we share that in common.
All right, so... with the next pick, we got the Chargers and the Rams. I'm actually going to go with an upset pick right here. I'm going to go with the Chargers over the Rams, even though, like, I do believe in the Rams defense, but I also believe more in Phillip Rivers. So I feel like he's going to actually step it up a notch and actually figure out the Rams defense. And I'm going to go with the Rams over the this is a fight for Los Angeles game too. I forgot both of them moved to Los Angeles. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers over the Rams.
I'm going with the Rams.
Going Rams.
I like the Chargers, but I'm going with the Rams.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. I mean, he is a good quarterback, but the Rams defense has been really good. Okay. So I think their defense will be able to stop them.
All right. So next one we got the Bears and the Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Bears over the Cardinals.
Bears.
I third that. Going with the Bears.
All right. Next game we got the Cowboys and the Seahawks. Even though like the Cowboys they've been kind of disappointing me lately, I just don't feel like with the losses that the Seahawks have, their defense just is not the same.
It's not.
And I'm gonna say that the Cowboys figure out their offense because I really don't understand like what's going on. I understand that they lost their offense, but they still got Zeke back there. So I'm gonna go with Cowboys over the Seahawks in this game.
You know what I'm gonna say,
Go
man.
ahead and say it.
I actually like both teams. I actually love the Seahawks for years, since like early '90s. But I gotta go with the Cowboys, man. Both teams are struggling offensively, but I think hopefully, like I say, we still got Zeke, so bust a move. Hopefully,
they gonna pull it off
together. Yeah, I think they'll bust a move. After yesterday's game, I think the Cowboys might. The Seahawks were struggling yesterday, pretty bad.
Well, I'm going to keep with the same energy I had in the beginning of the season. And I said that whenever it comes to Cowboys games, I'm going to choose everybody else. So, I'm going with the Seahawks. Sorry, bro. My dad's a Cowboys fan. Nah, I just can't. No. No, do not give him that satisfaction. So.
Next game, this is going to be actually the first time I picked this team this year. But the Patriots and the Lions, I'm actually going to go with the Patriots over the Lions. The Lions have actually disappointed me because the formula that I thought was going to win for them, it seemed like the past 3 years, all you had to have is Blunt on your team and you make it to the Super Bowl. But I don't know what the Lions are doing. They're not showing, their defense not showing up in their offense. Well, the offense is kind of there, but I don't think that they're going to have enough power to defeat the Patriots. So I'm going to go with the Patriots over the Lions.
Come on.
I'm going with the Lions, man.
Oh, come on. Why?
I don't like the Patriots. Jeez. Nah, I really think Patriots is a good team, but I think, and I've been saying this from the beginning.
And they just got Josh Gordon.
Yes, they did.
I just think their run is up, man. It's about to be a wrap. I think Tom Brady's wrapping it up. I just think it's over. I think they on what are y'all 1-1 now?
Yeah.
I'm about to be 1-2, man. The upset's about to come through.
If we can't get our defense together, if our defense doesn't do what they need to do, then I will agree with you on that and say that the Lions can give us that loss. Only if our defense doesn't show up.
Right. It's in the air.
But, knowing the Patriots and knowing how we play, a lot of times, even after a loss, we typically come back stronger. And to that Tom Brady comment that you just made, Tom Brady's got a few more years to play before he hangs it up. We're missing Edelman, and he's a big part of our offense. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we were able to win one game, our first game, and he's going to be out another this game, next game. He's come back in the fifth game because he's out the first 4 weeks, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. So I know when he comes back, it's going to be, it's just going to be different. It's going to be different. But Patriots over everything.
All right.
So.
You're gonna be a strong 9-7 this year.
9-7.
I'm calling it. You're a strong 9-7 this year.
Alright, so next game is the Monday night game. My Buccaneers are going against the Steelers prime time. Like I said, even though the Steelers been struggling, I feel like they come back. Like they just need to pay Bell. They need to pay Bell. I don't know why they're tripping. They need to pay him, restructure his contract. But history has shown that my Buccaneers have not done too well on Monday night. So that's why I am going to go pick against them.
No faith in his team. None.
Damn.
He got the jersey on. Got no wearing the damn team on his shirt and got no faith in his team on Monday night.
Damn, man.
That's hard.
There was that
I picked my team, you picked your team, and this man's gonna choose against his own team.
Ain't no good.
With the jersey on.
Exactly. Boy, I tell you.
Like if you go back to the history, like we don't do fair on Monday night.
Sure
like,
don't.
You even look back to the Peyton Manning comeback game where the coach came all the way back. We were beating them. I still remember Keyshawn Johnson had went back in the locker room and he thought the game was over and they hit him back and said the Colts are coming back.
Come on.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers over my Buccaneers.
Damn. I'm going with the Steelers, man.
See, I'm going to give you Buccaneers a chance. Even though, yes, history has proven that Monday nights is just not the night for them. The Steelers, I don't know. Maybe it's because, like you said, they haven't paid Bell. And maybe...
Yeah, I just remember today they said Brown didn't even come to practice.
Yeah, he didn't. He said he wants to be traded after that loss. Like he wanted to be traded.
I didn't even look all too much into it, but I remember.
But see, what y'all got too much drama going on, and I feel like the Buccaneers can capitalize on the Steelers. So I'm gonna give you Bucks. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and hope that they can capitalize on whatever the hell is going on in Pittsburgh. Because whatever's going on there, they ain't playing right. So they got a tie and a loss. Now, hey, they might prove me wrong and they might win. They might beat you Bucks, and then history will just keep on repeating itself. But if it doesn't, then what are you going to be doing next week when we do this? You'll be sitting there saying, "Dang, I wish I would have chose my Bucks."
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, so that's the all the games for a couple of week. We'll see exactly where the standings are. As I stated right now, both me and Cancer are tied at 4, and James, which he just hit me, but he didn't call in because he likes to brag that he has beaten me every year, but. We'll see how it is. He is actually in 9th place, so.
Oh, he's down at the bottom.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes and how it plays out. I'm trying to go for that number 1 spot. I'm 3 points behind the leader, so hopefully I'll pick it up and everything, get for that number 1 spot. Next topic I want to actually talk about is the top Forbes hip hop list, top hip hop on Forbes list and everything. We actually touched on this a little bit about the reinvention of hip hop and how they use it as an avenue because they're not making this money straight off hip hop and everything. And
come back on the shot, man.
I mean, would you like
We'll bring your chair back in here. So
let me come in.
Come on. I want both of y'all views now.
If you look at the people at the top of this, hold on, I'm trying to bring that list back up. If you look at the top list, you have Jay-Z. I'm trying to get his work and everything, but I always tell people this, Nas will always be. I look at him over Jay-Z lyrically, but business-wise, I always look at Jay-Z because of the way that he has reinvented himself and everything.
Yep.
And he has the record label. He actually stole my idea because when I was in high school, I actually said that I was going to have a record label and a sports agency, and to see that he actually made it work and everything.
He stole that, man.
Yeah.
Sue him.
Yeah,
Don't talk about it. Just sue him, bro.
But,
Whether you win or not is another question.
Right. Go for it.
But yes, so like you have him at number one. I'm trying to pull up that image that I had earlier to see the amount. But I know he was number one. Then you had Diddy at number two. And I know that we were actually talking about this when we were talking about Nas and the police situation. You remember, I think it was you were talking about how he's making more money now, and that might be why she's trying to.
That's why she's asking for more money.
And because like we were talking about, like it doesn't matter if a guy is actually doing it or not. As soon as a female actually says that he was hitting me, they automatically it tarnished their image.
Right.
Like, you know, he went up on there and he tried to set the record. Like, he was quiet for a minute, and then somebody has actually said something to him, and he's like, I can't be quiet no more. But it does tarnish their image as soon as somebody says something about it. Because like I remember, I'm trying to remember her name. She's on Insecure, and she used to do the BET Caribbean.
Amanda Seals?
Yes. She's a big Nas fan. She's a big Nas fan, and she was quoting the lyrics word for word. But she said because she found out that he was hitting Khalees, she can no longer listen to him.
Damn. Yeah, she came out and said that. I think she was on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, she was on the Breakfast Club. And just to know that they did, because like there's a lot of women out there that feels that way. Like before they gather up all the evidence and everything, they'll just stop supporting the person.
I got the list right here. It was, like you said, Jay-Z at number one with 76.5 million.
You could loan me something.
You'd be like Diddy, but like
Jay-Z, if you're watching,
I just looked this up recently.
You can donate to the GoFundMe.
Word up, bro.
Exactly.
Hit that Cash App.
Diddy was at number two, 64 million.
Come on now.
You had Kendrick Lamar, number three.
Oh, wow.
At 58 million.
Wow. Drake.
Yep. Drake, number 4 with 47 million. J. Cole at number 5 with 35.5 million. You had Dre and Nas tied for 6 with Dre, both of them making 35 million.
Dr. Dre ain't put out an album in 20 years and still you.
That man, I tell you.
That's what I'm talking about, reinventing himself as far as like he got.
Y'all see them beats?
Right. Yeah, he invested in a whole lot of other stuff. Nas been investing in a whole lot of stuff as well. They're not just making their money off hip hop.
Yeah, you got Pitbull at number 8 with 32 million.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, when I saw Pitbull, I was like,
"You killing
it."
Okay.
I mean, he's a crossover.
Right.
Yeah, that's where he getting his money from. You got Future at number 9 with 30 million, and then to round off the top 10, you had Kanye West with 27.5 million.
Still shocking.
So.
And with him, he has his label, clothing line,
right,
and shoes.
Yeah, and like everybody talk about how comfortable his shoes is. I'm like, should I go try to? I'm not a big shoe head, sneaker head, and everything, but I'm wondering if I should go try to cop me some.
Right.
Some Yeezys.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all got some Yeezys?
Nah.
Sorry. I got the registration, college dropout. I got the music.
That's
what's important. Anything else, I'm not interested.
But how do y'all feel about like artists basically getting their feet wet with hip hop and then transitioning and actually getting money elsewhere?
I think it's smart.
It's very smart.
Yeah.
And I could relate because that's how I started doing film. I was doing music full time.
Mm-hmm.
And being on the road, I was on a couple tours. Being on the road, I'm paying attention how they shooting videos. I'm like, damn, there's some money up in this. Let me learn this and jump in it. And not just that, it's from that to photography, and I sold T-shirts, and it's a lot of money that you can make off of the music. And I think it's a great idea to keep your mind open, to have different types of income. You don't have to focus just solely on music. I mean, it's an avenue to open up so many lanes. Like, once your voice is heard, hey, plant the seeds here and there.
I think it's smart too because hip hop, rap in itself is not an industry you can be in for a very long time.
Right.
There's very few who are successful, like the Jays and Snoops and and Ice Cubes and whomever. Like, you know, there's very few artists who sustain that lifestyle from the time they start to finish. We can name a million one-hit wonders who came out and we thought they were going to blow up, and they didn't. So it's smart to step in and go, all right, well, this may not be forever for me because it's not forever. You know, so let me get into some other things where my money can constantly flow. It's super intelligent to find other avenues to supplement your income. So do it if you can profit off of it. Think of not just hip hop, but even R&B. You got Rihanna, who has her makeup line is doing better than anybody else's. You know, like as an artist in her perfume, and now she's doing Fenty, the lingerie line, which is gonna sell well with women. She's thinking outside. I heard that she's also stepping into furniture. It's like, come on, she's trying to get her coins everywhere. Even if she hasn't done an album in a year or two, she's coming up with other ways to keep her name in people's mouths, and she's still going to get interviews. She's still going to get conversation. She's going to get more movie deals. She's going to get more model deals because she's stepping into every realm.
Right.
You should spread yourself, but not immediately. You should hone in on something first to gain a fan base, and then from there spread out and then launch other things and step into other avenues. It's great business. It's just great business overall.
That's just like Chameleonaire.
Right, I was just thinking that.
I mean, when you said one hit wonder,
he killed that. He milked
He ain't got to work. He ain't got to do nothing.
He milked that.
Exactly. I mean,
he
maybe he had
and stuff like
maybe two hits, and then it was just like you said, ringtones and
invested into a tech company.
Right.
Yeah.
Smart.
And what a lot of other people do is real estate as well. Like I wish a lot more artists were smart like that instead of blowing their money over a bunch of silliness and
of
depreciating assets. Like, you know,
and that's a lot of the younger ones.
Honestly, that's what J. Cole was saying in his song, which he felt like people were feeling like he was just dissing the younger generation. He was basically kicking knowledge to them. The same thing with Jay-Z with 444.
Right.
Like he basically was telling them to invest. But one person that I was kind of surprised that I don't even see in the top 20 is Snoop, because like we were just talking about Snoop reinventing himself
over and over.
Like he is the most well known across the globe, like grandmothers.
Right. Like, being himself too.
Yeah, being himself. Like this was a guy, like he was talking about how he almost got shot up and everything. That's why he does the youth, people, Pop Warner and everything. It's because he wants to make sure these kids are out in the streets and everything. But just the way that he has reinvented himself over the years, different projects touching
everybody knows.
And even like the Book of Love, like I listened to that, even because like a lot of people were downplaying. They say he shouldn't be doing gospel. He's only on 2 songs.
Right.
He basically let these gospel artists do their thing, like he said, do their thing, and they actually reaching people they probably wouldn't have been able to reach before.
The crazy part about that is how people contradict. So you mean to tell me he can't be a man of the Lord?
Right.
He can't put no good music like some for religious people. He can't do that. He can't be. He can't believe in God now. Like it's like people contradict all the time.
The only hip hop artist that I kind of disagree with was Nicki Minaj, because her verse on that track sounded like a diss track. I was like, this isn't a gospel.
Are you talking about the one she did with Tasha Cobbs?
Yeah, like
I just heard that. I just heard that song for the other day. I was in my house.
To, this
you know what this track is with Jesus?
I couldn't even. No, I'm saying I was doing laundry, and I hear it playing in the background, and I hear Tasha Cobbs, and I hear it's gospel. I'm like, okay. All of a sudden, I'm here rapping. I'm like, who is that? Sounds like Nicki. I go and I'm like, what in the? Hold up! This don't sound like.
Jesus is my son, right?
I was like,
he shot the devil up. I got ice and stuff like that. I'm like,
I got to hear this now.
Like,
this
just sounds like a diss track and not.
She dissing the devil. She got bars for the devil.
Coming at the devil.
Coming for the devil's neck. All right.
Battle track.
I mean, I was just like, okay.
Sometimes you gotta battle the devil, and she was just saying, like, I haven't heard it. I have no idea.
And then she went and got herself in a tussle with Cardi B.
Right.
I mean, gotta dodge the shoe sometimes.
I'm hiding behind that security guard, boy.
I didn't actually listen to her podcast and everything, but she tried to dig up dirt on Cardi and everything.
I think they gotta stop. They just gotta stop. Y'all sound stupid. Both of y'all sound dumb. That's
I mean, the rest of the world already thinks the African American community isn't smart and can't do a lot of things as is, and then you got two of the most prominent female rappers in the game right now doing this kind of stuff, and it's just like, you guys are, not only are you making black women look bad, but then you're making the black community look bad as well.
I don't know if it represents the community, because when white people become serial killers, I don't think all white people are serial killers. I don't do that personally. You know, like, that's just a selected set of people, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want, just because these two women decided to fight, that's all black women. That's not true, right? It's not. That's not true. And just because it happens, it doesn't mean that that's how the world views us. It's a choice if they do. That's what they're going to think regardless. Mm-hmm. But just as a woman in itself, is like, we're always known to be petty and this, that, and the third. That bothers me more than black women being, just women in general. Latinas, white women do the same stuff too. They petty. Susie petty too. Mm-hmm. Susie Ann and them is petty too. Mm-hmm. It's just disgusting to see. I'm not the World Star person who was like, yeah, World Star, let's watch it. Like, y'all need to stop. It's corny. It gets you absolutely nowhere. So it sucks that Cardi just had a baby 2.5 seconds ago and she's throwing a shoe at an event. And for me, it's not the fashion event. It wasn't about that. I'm like, she threw it at my baby shower or my wedding or my barbecue. I'm going to punch her in the head. Like, don't do that. You don't have to be that person. Neither one of them have to engage in this kind of activity. It would be so much better and befitting for them to work together as opposed to the foolishness.
I kind of, like, I've been saying this, like, I kind of respect Cardi for just being who she is, but with Nicki Minaj, like, she's the one that started the drama and everything. Like, she started everything, and, like, from, like, a lot of stuff that Nicki been doing, like, a lot of people might think that I'm just hating, but a lot of the stuff she's been contradicting herself. Mm-hmm. From the CD sales and everything, her talking about Travis Scott.
She need help.
Yeah, like, she was talking about Travis Scott. Like, she was doing the exact same thing.
Right.
Like, she was bundling her album with her ticket sale. So how you going to talk about this man for doing the exact same thing that you're doing?
He didn't respond, did he?
No.
Good.
As he should. But that was a smart.
That's great.
That's smart. Ignore the stupidity, because you don't. When you argue with the clown, we don't know who we're supposed to laugh at. Like, how does that work? Like, it doesn't work for you. So even Cardi entertaining her, I'm like, I want you to do well, Cardi. Like, I want you to be great. Don't even be that person from Love and Hip Hop right now. Like, just step away from that. Like, I don't want you fighting with your baby in your arms, talking about on site. Like, I don't want little Culture with the bottle talking about, I got you, mommy. Like, I don't want to see this. Like, I don't want this. We don't, like, I get it. Like, Nicki's an idiot. She has her stuff that she's doing, but she don't have to take you to that place, because she knows what she's doing. She's doing this for business purposes. Like, this is all a business act for Nicki. We can't take anything she says serious. Look at her ass. Like, you can't take her serious. She's about to be Little Kim literally in 2.5 years. Like, her nose is changing, her complexion is changing. Like, keep
and that was another thing with her too, is like, she's saying that these female artists should pay respect for her for paving the way. She never did that for Little Kim. And like, that's what Little Kim from day one was saying, is she just wants her to pay respect.
That's it.
Yeah.
And she never did that, and now she's going through the same thing, and she's complaining about the same thing. But somebody just said, no more drama. She was like, thank God for keeping us safe through the hurricane that just left. Right. That actually kind of, I do want to thank God for that. Absolutely. It kind of actually paid me into what I was just about to say about reality shows and stuff like that, because I actually binge watched this one reality, because I don't know, I was just going, because my internet was going in and out, I had to go to on demand on the Spectrum. I had to go, and I went to BET, and I was watching this one show on Ink, Paper, and Scissors, which only did one season after I researched it, because like, it looked so scripted. Like, they were it was a place where they had a tattoo artist, hairstylist, and barber underneath the same roof, and they were constantly arguing in front of clients.
That's not real.
Yeah, and but the other thing that I was just, because like, we were talking about different avenues and stuff like that, with some of these artists, like, it does benefit them to actually go to these these reality shows and everything. Like, how do y'all feel about the reality shows and like them reinventing their brands and stuff like that? Because that's like out of the Love and Hip Hop, the two people that actually benefited in a positive way was Cardi B and Kate Michelle. But like all the rest of them, like they always constantly talking about making music, but
never hear it.
Well, like, how do you feel about them actually taking that avenue as well?
I think if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You need to know when to hang it up. It worked for Cardi B because she was persistent with it, right? Like she continued to try to get in the studio and get the record deals, and
she had it.
I
don't watch Love and Hip Hop.
That's true too.
When I seen it,
I don't watch them shows.
When I seen it, I was just like, "Oh, she's gonna be it."
But you have to know yourself to know if this is
she had the charisma, like she had everything about her was that it factor, and I was just like, "Oh, she's gonna be something."
Right.
And sure enough, somebody else seen it. Yeah. Just put the money behind it. That's it. She got a machine working for it too, which is fine. You know, you got a crew that's gonna support you.
Right.
Do you? Whether she write her songs or not. You know,
that doesn't
do
matter.
your thing.
I think you just have to know what
she's entertaining.
Know what works.
Yeah.
A lot of these people jump on these shows thinking, I'm gonna be on the show, so I'm gonna blow up from it. No, what's your real talent? Like, are you funny? Are you a real singer? Are you a real act? Like, find out what it is that works for you for real, and then push to be a part of it, and not just think that the show's gonna make it for you. Because everyone's going to play a villain. Some people play a villain and it works well. Omarosa became super successful from being the villain on The Apprentice. Nene Leakes played the villain on Housewives, and she has a clothing line. She has this, she has that. Like, some people figure out what works and hold on to it, and it benefits them. It doesn't matter if it's bad or good. Like, the imagery of it, you just have to know what works. And a lot of these people on these 11 hip-hops don't know what works. They just jump on, I want to play this today, and I'm going to be this tomorrow, and I'm going to be this the next week. They jump on everything and not knowing who they are to know what's going to benefit them the most.
And the craziest thing about them is like for parts that I feel like it's scripted. Like
I worked on set for them. They are scripted.
Yeah, I believe
like
I've always believed it.
I watched them repeat a scene back and forth with like Mariah Lynn coming into the place and then going to meet up with her boyfriend and perform. They had to do it 3 or 4 times. I'm like, this is not real. Why would you have to repeat walking into a club? Like, right? Like, it's not real. They script some things. Some things are real because Peter Gunz did have multiple children. These people, like, some people did lose their parents during the filming of these shows. Like, some things do happen, but they script these, they make these things up in the process.
Just look at the Ray J hat.
Oh yeah, I mean he basically
how
said
many
it.
takes did that take?
He said he was sitting there, he was in the room with Safari for this amount of time, trying, drilling him, trying to get what he wanted out of him, and
for a 1 minute clip.
And like
right.
It's like
they cuts that and edited. Like what?
And you have these people that they're long lost friends and everything, they're best friends and stuff like that. Then the next season, this person is no longer on the show. Why, if they're best friends, like why don't they just pop up, even though they're not supposed to be associated with their friends? That's what you keep on talking about. This is my good friend and everything. They no longer have their contract.
It's not a script.
They no longer have a contract, and all of a sudden, they're not their best friend.
Because they didn't want to be a complete asshole, so you have to go. Do what I need you to do. These producers know what they're doing. Every show has the same setting. It's the wild card who's going to fight. It's the ghetto mama that's going to be there.
They're going to throw drinks.
They're going to throw drinks. They're going to fight. They're going to always go to brunch and argue. I can't believe you. Every show has the exact same setup.
Throw
Just change
the drink.
Check.
Call you out your name.
Check.
Have your mama act a fool. Triple check.
Oh,
because every show has a mom up there that you wouldn't think that someone's real mom behaves. That you got Mama D. What's the other person's name? Jim Jones' mother. What's her name? Nancy. Is it Nancy?
No, ain't she's Mama D? No, not she.
Mama D is Frankie's mom.
Yeah.
Keisha Cole mama. Frankie.
Oh yeah, Frankie.
They always have a mama with an issue that makes you uncomfortable and cringe and go, is this for real? Like, they always have the same element. They know who they're casting. These are nothing but roles to be filled. Same show, different people. They know what they're doing.
Switch it around.
That's it.
Like I said, I've always felt like those shows were scripted. Only because, like, when you watch them and then, like, you see them in interviews. And then it's just like when they talk about the show, it's just like, because they're like, well, I can't talk about this or I can't talk about that. And it's just like, I've seen different interviews, and it's like they're leaning towards wanting to say that was scripted, and that was scripted, and that was practiced, and that was rehearsed.
One of the people from Love and Hip Hop, like I've met her on a separate occasion, and she was like, and if I told you that, I'll tell you guys off camera. But she was like, that wasn't even, they did that. Her and that person didn't date. They weren't a real couple. Yeah. They weren't even together, but they did that for the sake of the show. But she got a lot of backlash for it because when you see the characters, like, you're a villain, like, you're this and that, but reality, they're reading scripts. Take them as watching Robert De Niro and 50 Cent in Power. Like, these are all characters. None of these people are real. This is all fake. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal.
You're probably hurting some people's feelings right now.
Sorry guys. I moved the screen. It's green screen.
They'd be all right, though.
Be all right.
I can't. I just, like, my mom, she loves Love and Hip Hop and all that stuff. Like, she loves it, and I just, like, I can't watch it. Like, when she'll watch it, I'll be like, all right, I'll see you later.
I just go for script ideas. I'll be like, oh, I didn't think about that plot twist. That's pretty good. That's a good twist on it.
Did anybody see that show, Ink, Paper, and Scissors?
No.
I heard of it, but I...
Because, like, the plot of it, like, these two guys, they were like 50-50 on the building and stuff like that. All of a sudden, for this season, like, all of a sudden there was drama between the two. The other one decided to get their own place. Like, oh, so this is just a coincidence that y'all taping and y'all having this much drama.
Right.
And then, like, the last episode, I guess it was the cliffhanger, but they I guess they got canceled. The two were outside fighting. One had his goons and everything, and they were like, "I'm not. We don't gotta be business now. Like, we're gonna take this personal and stuff like that." Cuts off, and then so I sat there and I was like, "Let me see what season this happened." This happened in 2016. I was like, "Oh, so they didn't, like, everybody saw this was how fake it was, and they didn't renew it."
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right. I love that this stuff is still Black Ink Crew.
Entertaining.
It's entertaining, but it's also like, I wouldn't go to a tattoo artist who's always fighting and getting drunk and doing the foolishness that they do. Like, you're putting, like, ink in my body and you fighting somebody and you half drunk. Like, I can't do this.
Like, they're arguing in front of their clients. And everything.
I don't see that happening. Like, that's not real. I mean, I'm sure it is because it is in Harlem.
Yeah.
However, that's not what we need to see. That's not real. It's not real.
Like, that's what I can. And, like, my sister live in Atlanta, and I was like, I actually, like, have you ever watched this show? I'm like, well, is this company real and everything? She says you were going to research it, but she never got back to me. Like I said, I told you, like, my sister's in, like, in the production industry and stuff like that. So I told her to actually check it out. Because I was just so interested, because I'm like, this is so fake. I wonder if this is a real, or they just bought this building for this show.
Sometimes, a lot of times, those people's apartments are Airbnb. And we watch that and we're like, oh, their place is cool. Like, some of them are in hotels. Like, if you watch close enough, you'll pick up that, like, I think it was Love and Hip Hop with, I think it was New York, when one day, like, Rich Dollars knocked on the door for somebody, but it was a hotel door and it's supposed to be her crib and she's supposed to be chilling or something like that.
MTV like, Cribs.
And like, that was the biggest catfish of them all, because those people, that wasn't their crib. Like, they love to glorify
those cars or
and
rentals
sell us a dream.
Mm-hmm. That they were promoting for. If you look at the license plate tag, there was like underhanded promotion. You know what I'm saying?
Product placement.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, hey, it is.
It's Hollywood. It's
entertaining.
Yeah.
Just like when you see, like, the music videos to go into music, and they have all those, like you said, the expensive cars, and they have the stacks and stacks on cash, and it's just fake. Like, yeah,
some of them are fake.
You know, like I was watching an interview. This is like a couple years ago, and it was a rapper, and he was just going into the music industry, and he was saying how, you know, a lot of the youth look up to these rappers because they see all of this, and they don't know that it's not real. Like, you like that. $50,000 sitting on the table in the music video, and it's like, that's not that man's money. Like,
it ain't even real money.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I actually like, I did a music video with my boy Fat, and, like, I actually had the fake money, and, like, on the thing, if you look close, it says Hollywood money. But like, you actually look at it like from a distance, it looks like real money.
Yeah.
And then like in the music, like he still hasn't have me release the music video. But somebody asked him, because like he took pictures. Like I had a bottle of Ace of Spades. Like I bought that bottle empty, and like the empty bottle was still kind of expensive and everything. But like people like how does that well, I forgot how much those cost. They were asking, and I told him not to tell him it was fake, but he was like, nah, this is just an empty bottle and everything. But yeah, like most people, they buy props. And
that's why there you go. You need good props to make it look legit, man.
and then like on Grand Hustle, T.I.'s new show and everything, like they were doing a music video, and they were calling around trying to find out a car to rent and everything. So like with the music video, sometimes it's just rentals.
Oh yeah, most of the time, a good 90% of the time.
Yeah,
they buy it they rent it for the day, do what they want with it, return it.
Yeah, because then they try not to get a scratch on it.
Right. You gotta get insurance and go from there.
Because I used to work in the rental car business, and them high-end cars, boy.
Yeah, they get the Ferraris to be flying for the moment, good 8 hours for the music set, and take it back. They got one of the guys drop it right back off. Or some of them keep it for the night and drive around the city, then drop, act like it's theirs for the night and drop it back off.
Exactly.
And that's the other thing about, like, as we were talking about making the music industry an avenue and everything. Like, sometimes, like, if a person is good at transferring themselves as a brand, and a company will actually give you those stuff just to walk around it and stuff like that, because they just want their product being seen.
Right.
And stuff like that. So, like, that's another way to generate money when somebody, because I'm trying to remember, I think it was John Cena. Like he got in trouble because he had a contract. I forgot which car company. He had to drive around in their car for 3 years, and he sold the car.
It was a truck. I think it was.
Was it a Ford?
I think it was Ford.
And I kind of thought about, like, why would John Cena actually sell it? Because like all the money that he was making and stuff like that. But like, why would he break his contract like that and stuff like that? But like they were paying him to actually drive around in their car.
Right. It happens, man.
You get tired. Change.
Well, there you have it.
Tired of selling the lies. He tired of it. Yeah.
So, where can the people find y'all?
Everywhere. You can find me on Instagram at LQDiva, or Facebook. I think I have 2 pages. One is actress Laquana Henny. That's Laquana. Last name is Henny. Henny like the drink. That's the only way people get it. People tend to say Henry, and it's not. Yes, I am Henny, but I do not drink it. Also, you can check my talk show out, Beyond the Surface. I'll be returning, but you can watch old episodes also on Facebook. So you can go to facebook.com/Beyond the Surface Live, and also have an Instagram page for that as well, Beyond the Surface Live.
Yeah. Y'all can find me at El Daddio. That's ELDATTIO. Google it. I'm everywhere with that name. Every social media site with that name, and I also have my production page. It's ED Productions. It's usually under ED Films and Photos. That's Instagram. That's everywhere as well. Facebook. And if y'all need a music video,
book this guy.
Y'all talk to me. Check out my quality. I got some of the top-notch quality. I've done work all around the United States. Some names you're familiar with, and some you don't. So but the quality is official, movie-like quality, and my prices are great.
Look at that.
Oh.
Sell yourself. Yeah.
I like that. I wanted to touch before, because I know we usually do go into music. I don't know if that's what we're going to go. But I wanted to touch on your show real quick.
Yes.
I said it earlier that I wanted to touch on it. Talk about your show. Explain your show.
Okay.
Let's give some details.
This real quick, because I can't believe we forgot. We were just so enthralled in information, right? It's called Beyond the Surface. Okay. It was a live stream talk show. I think I'm going to pre-record them. So what happens is it's kind of like this, where I sit down and talk to entertainers, up and coming entertainers. about what projects they have, past, present, and future. And in the process, so we'll do a little bit of that, and we also play a lot of games as well too. So I have a wheel, which is amazing. And with the wheel, let's just say it'll have multiple categories, and it'll be like, 90s R&B, 2000 pop or whatever. We'll spin the wheel, and what happens is I read lyrics of a song, and the guest has to figure out what year the song came out, what's the artist's name, and all that fun stuff. I do challenges depending on what kind of artist I have or what kind of guest. So if you are a musician, and if you rap, I do this game called On the Spot. And 3 random words I'll pick up, and then you have to create something on the spot. If you're an actor, you have to do an impersonation based on who I give you on the spot. So on and so forth. So we have a lot of fun on the show, whoever the guest is at the time. We play games, we talk about current events, we do question of the day. Just an all-out fun hour of entertainment. So you get to meet new people that you may not have heard of, that may have worked with really amazing people. Like when I first started the show, I had on Yamina Lejeune. No, you've never heard of this name? I have no idea who she is. She's a choreographer. She's worked with artists like Busta Rhymes and Shakira and so many other artists that you wouldn't know of, but she's done choreography for them. I've worked with Mike Blaze, who's a super producer down here in North Carolina, who's worked with amazing artists, and he makes super dope beats. And we did an amazing session just to sit down, and he schooled and gave so much information. You guys got to check out that episode if you can. But I had the cast of the Black Panther Women, which was a play in New York, and I had the director and her entire cast just talking about what that meant as having an all-woman cast playing the role, of Black Panther men. So I have different, multifaceted people who bring so many different things to the table that at the end of the interview, you have information, you learned about them, you want to research them and find out what they're doing. It gives you a chance to see people who aren't celebrities just yet, or who are just like on the cusp, or maybe behind the scenes of it, because I've had him on the show as well too. I would love to have you guys on to even talk about what you do here, just to give people a chance to share their voices, because not everyone's in Hollywood and they're not on red carpets yet. So think of Watch What Happens Live, think of Beyond What Fixed My Life, think of Inside the Actor Studio, like a combination of we're talking serious, we have real serious moments, but then we're also having so much fun with games and trivia and just getting down to the root. I even asked, what do you cook? I asked about your first kiss. Like, I want to know who you are and like the fun stuff you like to share. So that's what we do on the show. Beyond the Surface. I'm going to be looking for guests soon, so be ready.
Well, sign us up. We'll be there.
Let's do it. Damn.
I know this his show, but I can't just
sorry.
We
took over.
I can't just take over.
We took over. It's Irish Showdown.
And one last thing before we get out of here, we definitely want to say prayers to everyone who's been affected by Hurricane Florence here in North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, and just anywhere else in the world. I know there's a lot of places that have been flooded out. We lost, I forgot how many people so far. I think it was like 25 or over 25, somewhere around that number last that I heard. And, our prayers and thoughts go out to those families. And hopefully, FEMA will be able to step in and help out, and American Red Cross, and just anybody that can help. Please research websites and phone numbers, GoFundMe pages, Cash App to different organizations. Whatever you need to do, please help out everyone and anyone who's been affected by the hurricane.
All right. And did you want to give out your socials?
Yes, you guys know you guys can follow me. Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, KingCancer_1914. Follow me. Oh, and my fan page is finally up and running. So follow me on Facebook, King Cancer. It is _1914 or just King Cancer? I can't remember. It got started today. I got some followers. I got some likes, but we got this competition going, as DJ Ill said in the beginning of the show. So come on, y'all help me get my likes up. I'm trying to win. I got to catch this guy. He's already had one started for years now. So, but follow me, and make sure y'all definitely go back and watch this interview again. follow them on all their social media. If you are trying to act, get in contact with them.
Absolutely.
You want to, like he said, in your music videos, pictures, whatever.
Everything.
Or
Get
you
in
just need a
contact with
cameraman for a birthday party, a wedding, anything.
Bar mitzvahs.
To do it all.
There you got it. Oh, and come on up on our show so we can interview you too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's King Cancer 1914, all one word. Doesn't have to underscore for all.
When you said give me socials, I was like, which socials he
137.
I was like,
1, 2, 3.
I'm claiming him and he don't even know. He's going down. Yeah.
Ooh, but I'm about to get the call from the IRS. Mr.
Yeah, I always make sure I distinguish that and everything. Like, the first time I said that too, I had to distinguish it. I was talking about social media.
Yeah, he said, get your social. I was like,
not on live.
I don't think so, buddy.
But yeah, I want to thank y'all for coming in, chopping it up with us and everything. Give out your social medias one more time for everybody.
At LQ Diva and also at actress Laquana Henny on Facebook.
Mine is at Eldadio. That's ELDATTIO. YouTube's Daddio07, and it's also Eldadio Productions. Got two pages, and Instagram is at Eldadio and ED Films and Photos.
Alright. And just let everybody know once again, if you want to know what music we're actually playing, if you actually listen to us on Spreaker, there's little yellow balls that it goes underneath the bottom. It actually, if you scroll over it, it will highlight and actually tell you exactly what the name of the song was and the artist, or it will be underneath the actual the playlist, and it actually has it in order of the songs that we play. You don't actually have to listen to the whole podcast. You can actually play the song without actually going into the whole podcast and everything. So that's
now they gotta listen to everything, man.
No, she's right. You gotta listen to everything. You better.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I just like to put that out there and everything. And also, as I've been saying, you can after the show is over, it actually gets uploaded on Spotify, IHeartRadio, and then I'm also going to put do the video up on YouTube and everything. So those are 3 different ways. Oh yeah, and Spreaker.com. Those are 4 different ways you can actually listen to our shows on demand. Go back and listen to the podcast and everything like that. So if you have them, Spotify, just search Quarantine Radio, you'll find us. If you have iHeartRadio, search Quarantine Radio, you'll find us. I believe I have instructions on my actual Instagram, Quarantine Radio Instagram, and everything, show you how you can actually do that. Other than that, Thursday we have a model coming on the show. I forgot what her name.
Terrible.
How you forgetting our guests, man? That's your responsibility, not mine.
He said we had a model.
Go ahead. Hey, when you come up here Thursday, you yell at that man over there, because that's his responsibility.
But,
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, well, we got her coming on. I know her last name is, I think it's Felicia. Yeah, Felicia Baker. Felicia
There
Baker.
you go. You got it.
He tried to make up for it.
She's coming on the show on Thursday, so tune in Thursday. Oh yeah, our guest that we were supposed to have on the show last Thursday, we actually rescheduled with him because of the hurricane and everything. We just wanted to make sure everything will be safe. But it's my good friend from Atlanta, so he's actually going to be a call-in. That's going to be our first actually call-in interview, but it's going to be in October. But I think we're supposed to have one in between that. I think we're supposed to have a Philly rapper call-in. I got to double check my schedule. I think it's next week. I got to double check the schedule and everything. But yeah, so anything else, just hit me up at info@quarantineenterprise.com if you have any questions. You want to email me your music, make sure that it's clean. And I'll make sure I get it on there, play it in the mix and everything. I'm about to go into the mix right now. Say bye to our guests and everything. First track that I'm about to play is Good Feelings by...
Oh man, you slacking, bro.
Hey, Vanilla, you are now rocking with Il McKenzie. Right here.
No Lie Day, yeah, No Lie Day.
Okay, oh God.
Good Feelings by No Lie Day. This is Good Feelings by No Lie Day. Alright, and we're going to see y'all Thursday. Tune in, quarantineenterprise.com. Check up on all the updates. And as you said, make sure you follow our co-hosts. They all got their own fan page right now. Angie probably should have said her stuff before. And Joy didn't get a chance to call in. But we'll see y'all Thursday, alright? This is Good Feelings by No Lie Day. This is Good Feelings by No Lie Day.
Yeah, it's such a good feeling. Wanna lose all control. Oh, it's such a good feeling. Yeah, feel it down in my soul. And I don't wanna ever let it go. I want to feel this way until I'm old. I was made to fly and touch the sky, so let me soar. It's time for us both to lose control. I get such a good feeling. Your kiss to me is healing. My one wish on the star is to always be where you are. 'Cause you give me that feeling. Got so much I could share it. Share it all with the world. Stronger than any mountain. But as gentle as our love. And I don't wanna ever let it go. I want to feel this way until I'm old. I was made to fly and touch the sky, so let me soar. It's time for us both to lose control. I get such a good feeling. Your kiss to me is healing. My one wish on the stars, always be where you are. 'Cause you give me that feeling. I wanna never let go. I wanna never let go. Baby, I know that you know, and I know you won't ever let go. It's like I'm on an island with the finest, and we're dining, and it's all for me. And baby, you remind me, you're behind me, never hiding, won't all to say. I get such a good feeling. Your kiss to me is healing. My one wish on the stars, to always be where you are. 'Cause you give me that feeling. I wanna never let go. 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 with your chest on me, my legs on you, hands on waist while I'm kissing you. You move me, you elate me. Keep thinking, could this be real? You're alluring, so enticing. Affect the way I feel. You put a spark in me, you excite me. You make my world stand still. You're making me hot, you're making me wet, you're making me move, you make me go high. You got me like, you got me like, you got me like, you got me so. You got me so breathless. You look so good, feel so good. You got me like, you got me breathless. I like the way you make me feel when you're with me. I can't stop the way I feel inside. The things that you do to me, I can hardly breathe. You're making me, you're making me. You look so good, feel so good, feel so good. You got me breathless. You're making me, you're making me. You got me like, you got me so. You got me so breathless. You look so good, feel so good. You got me like, you got me breathless.
Now, live from the South.
Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, ooh, close to you, close to you. Touch my body, make me feel like a hot, hot hottie. Take my body on a mission, I'ma show you what your body been missing. But I'ma slow it down for a minute, just so you can get this feeling that I'm feeling. Ooh, ooh, come close to me. I think that's how it's supposed to be. Don't be shy, just feel the vibe, just feel this vibe. Let's get high, we gon' take it to the top. We gon' take it to the top, top. And I might even let you hit it. Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, ooh, close to you, so damn close to you. Let me feel you. Now listen again, I'm tryna go for the win. I wanna break all the rules just to get close to you. Now tell me, do you feel me? Do you feel me? I wanna know if you can feel me. Can you feel me? Cause baby, in a minute, I'ma make you get to spitting. And I ain't tryna talk like this, but shit, I just can't help it. You got my body melting, and I can't handle all this pressure. I can't help it. And I've been tryna tell you, been tryna get you on my level. I want you on my level. Just tryna get you on my level. Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, ooh, close to you, so damn close to you. Close to you. Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, I really, really wanna get close to you. Ooh, ooh, close to you, so damn close to you. I wanna meet you in a minute, so I can feel on your skin. Just wanna feel on your skin. I need to feel on your skin. I just wanna be a good girl. I'm just trying to be a real good girl. But you be bringing out the freak in me. You acting like you wanna freak in me. Ooh, I really, really no more. We didn't cross the line. We just got too damn close, too damn close. But I ain't complaining. Just wanna know if you're staying. Just wanna know if you're staying. Now tell me if you're staying. Ooh, ooh, oh, 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 yeah.
Pictures in my head remind me of you, pacing back and forth, lost 'cause I can't find you. So what do I do when I'm lost and confused? Search for a lifetime just to find true love like you. Until then, until I find it, yeah. Oh, because my heart is so. I'll just that's all I got, baby. Because my heart is so. Shuts up when it speaks. I don't know if I'm ready for this. I feel love's too far away for the trip. But when I journey out my way, and I begin to pray for God to send me the love so it can take us.
getting cake, so we wait on them dinner days. Then I contemplate on fate, on how you give a chase. I ain't with the fake, I hate to be the band loosen. It's love for hip hop, hard to be with the band. Let's go. Plus your man's rapping, and your hands clapping, and your fingers snapping. This ain't time for the acting, this is time for relaxing. Stop trying to fight me, stop trying to box me. But surely you got me, like Adrian, I'm blazing men if they gazing in. No hotels when I'm talking to days in. Cause you know I'm about to fast flow like Joe, and I don't wanna be the player no more.
Ran the streets to chase some skirts, and on the line I played the flirt, and I told some stories of my life, and I brought them home and said goodbye, and then I heard this cougar growl, and we conversated for a while. She came up to my surprise, and on her mission ride or die. Ran the streets to chase some skirts, and on the line I played the flirt, and I told some stories of my life, and I brought them home and said goodbye, and then I heard this cougar growl, and we conversated for a while. She came up to my surprise, and on her mission ride or die. I played the cool, kept my composure. Composure, babe. Come close, my eyes was closed and I still saw her. She's got me, she's got me. Falling in love wasn't my focus. She's got me, my own Beyonce. She's got me, she's got me. Movie screens and magazines, mama. Interviews and all these things, mama. What's my status? Check the book. And I accepted, I'm looking on Facebook. So what now? Booty like throwing at me. But I'm dodging, cause shorty like loving me. Guess I slipped up, now I'm caught up. Cause she's wifed up, and I'm loved up. Hold me down, queen, she told me. When she rock the bed, she hold me. Make me cook food, I'm full, she feed me. Look me in my eyes, say she's not supposed to be here. When the sun rises, be elsewhere. When the sun rise, could leave me. What she really want from me. She's got me, she's got me. Falling in love wasn't my focus. She's got me being my own Beyonce. She's got me, she's got me. Never at a club just to wanna turn up. Popping bottles, two-stepping all the way, turn up. Got me feeling schoolgirl schooling me, teaching me, gaming me, slow down, trying to get the best of me. Her body's on fleek, show no, but she got up in my mind, did she? You kissed me, you threw me, you me. You kissed me, you love me, love me. You kissed me, you got me, got me. Wait a minute, damn.
I got you, baby, got you open, got you real tight. I know you're scared of loving, baby, but it's alright. I got your back and I'ma hold you down through thick and thin. Cause ain't nothing like your lover and your best friend. And I know the mother chicks was unreliable, but this is true love, it's undeniable. And now it seems that I'm the only thing that's on your mind. Cause now you got me and I got you and it was on time.
I played the cool, kept my composure. Came closer, baby. My eyes was closed and I still saw her. Baby. She's got me, she's got me. Caught up with your lady. Focus. Caught up with your lady. Caught up with your lady. She's got me. Now she has my name.
Call you right now. Yeah. I need somebody right now. I'm just saying, girl, you my type. I ain't playing around, girl. I'm coming over to break that bite. I'm for real, you looking good. I like your smile, I like your style. Girl, you know, I like it wild. I'm coming over to break it down. What you want, love, make it. Whatever you want, I do it to you. Just for right now, for the hour. Because the minute coming fast. Girl, you know, I count that cash. Anything, I'll make it cash. Make it rain.
It's your boy Gabe, and I want to give a big shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every...
Yo, this is Strict 9 Music, and I'm rocking with my dude, Il McKenzie, on Quarantine Radio every Tuesday and Thursday. Yo, I appreciate the support for the album Overdose on all digital platforms. Thank you. Stay up.
Oh la la la. All through the night. Wish I never knew. Oh la la la. Wish we never would. All through the night. All day long I've been sitting here thinking about you. And every time we hooked up in that room, from the way you walk, the heels you wore, and the lingerie, playing that old school, that Shirley Murdoch dance we laid. Love my girl, I love my case. She like, what's wrong with you? Every time I see her face, girl, it's you I picture. Ooh, I'm wishing you were my chick. I wish you never sent that pic with no clothes in that pose, so exposed, made me overdose. Girl, you got that. I'm wishing I can call you babe. I wish you never gave me that cake. It's the way it flows. It's so dope. Like a freak show. Make me overdose. Girl, you got that. She don't even know. She don't even know. They don't even know. Just ask we go. And whenever I want it, we find a way to. Oh la la la. Early in the morning, in the middle of the day, all through the night. I call her the name she likes. She like, what you doing? What you doing? I be holding her so tight. Girl, it's you I'm feeling. Ooh, I'm wishing you were my chick. I wish you never sent that pic. With no clothes, in that pose, so exposed, made me overdose. Girl, you got that. I'm wishing I can call you babe. I wish you never gave me that cake. It's the way it flows. It's so dope. Like a freak show. Make me overdose. Girl, you got that. Girl, my body craving. You got me hallucinating. My mind tripping. Tunnel vision. All I can see is you. Selfies in your birthday suite. I'm intoxicated, all off track. 'Cause girl, you got that. Ooh. I'm wishing you were my chick. I wish you never sent that pic. With no clothes, in that pose, so exposed, made me overdose. Girl, you got that. I'm wishing I can call you babe. I wish you never gave me that cake. It's the way it flows. It's so dope. Like a freak show, make me overdose. Girl, you got that. Wish I never knew. Wish we never would. Oh la la la. All through the night. Wish I never knew. Wish we never would.
from the moment I'm alone with ya. Baby, you got my head gone. Every time I look into your eyes we touch. Cause ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of habit, joy. We grown, so I'ma let you take what you won't take. Because I trust you, and I'm in love with us. So you can have all. Take it, baby, you can have it all. Give it to you if that's what you want. Baby, just tell me what you need. Can't nobody do it like me. Take it, baby, you can have it all. Give it to you if that's what you want. Say, baby, I feel it in my soul. Boy, you got me so emotional. The way you hold me in the morning, I'm saying, don't let me go. Cause all I wanna hear is that you gon' stay. We grown, so I'ma let you take what you won't take. Because I trust you, and I'm in love with us. So you can have my love. Take it, baby, you can have it all. Give it to you if that's what you want. Baby, just tell me what you need. Ain't nobody do it like me. Take it, baby, you can have it all. Give it to you if that's what you want. My love, my love, Now ain't no other ever gonna match up to my love. They may be wishing they can rock in my position, but it's just too much. You can't deny what I'm bringing, super fly, independent, such a boss, always willing to give you just what you need. Baby, let me show you what true love is. Boy, here's my love. You can have it all. Say, give it to you if that's what you want, boy. Baby, just tell me what you need. Say, can't nobody do it like me right here, baby. You got me. You can have it all, boy. If that's what you want, yeah. My love, yeah. My love's all yours. If that's what you want, baby, just tell me what you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, for the one time, I need you just to ignore all the whispers and hate. Nothing like the smile on your face that puts me in another place. I wanna be there for you, just how you want me to. It ain't about your looks now. See it in your eyes, all the pain that you took. Oh, let me relieve you. Girl, I receive you just the way you are. I want you for your heart now. I ain't trying to tease you, girl, let me please you, just the way you are. I liked you from the start. You're beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you are. You're beautiful, just the way you are. I want you for your heart. Forget all the makeup right when you wake up, cause I wanna see your face. You a diamond in the rough, I ain't cutting up, promise you I mean that, babe. Your curves got me excited, why try to hide it, girl, when you was made that way? Put your body on me, I don't mind. Put your problems on me, you're all mine. You're beautiful, just the way you are, just the way you are. You're beautiful, just the way you are. I want you for your heart.
Hey, this is Nola Ada, and you are now rocking with Il McKenzie. Right here.
Yo, what up, world? It's your man 504 Detroit. You already know every Tuesday and every Thursday I'm tuned in to the hottest radio station across the land, Quarantine Radio. They push it down and they play all the hottest new music. Let's get it.
It's your boy Gabe, and I want to give a big shout out to Quarantine Radio. Make sure you check them out every Tuesday and every Thursday. And thank you for supporting my new single, Down Low.
I want to hear that new soul-free wisdom on Quarantine Radio.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the Kid Swift, a baby, Young Swift. One time for the check-in with my dog, my homie, Il McKenzie, straight out of ATL, Georgia. And you know how we rockin' out here, baby. Let's get it.
Tried being humble, humble get no respect.